Welcome, I'm your host Lee Adams. Today is a hockey day in Upper St. Clair. Hockey, what does hockey mean in Upper St. Clair? Well, they've always had a pretty good hockey team, but over 2 decades ago they won the big prize and they just did that same thing this year. The Upper St. Clair hockey team won the state championship this year. And with that being the case, I thought, geez, we gotta have them come and talk with us and be on TV. So it's a great accomplishment. Our first 2 guests here, the first guest is a senior forward on his way to John Carroll University. Please let me introduce Michael Segerdahl. Did I do okay on your name?
Yeah.
Okay, great. And next to Michael is a senior defender. He's also going to John Carroll, Parker Phillips. Parker, it's great to have you here.
Thank you.
Now, Michael, have you always played in the goal-scoring area hockey-wise?
Yeah, I think ever since I started out playing hockey, I was always a forward.
You just like scoring goals?
Yeah, I didn't like to hang back on defense ever, so.
Yeah,
that's what I
yeah.
did.
And how about you, Parker? How long have you always stayed on the defensive end?
No, I played forward all up until last year, the beginning of last year. Coach of high school, Larry Marks, asked me to step back, so I played defense there, and then I played travel for defense for travel too.
So, when you're used to playing up front and then you're asked kind of later in the game to go back there and knowing full well that the guys that score the goals get their name in the paper, what was your honest reaction to that you were approached?
I just did it because anything to help the team out is really where it needs to be, I was fine with it, to be honest.
So you're a team player?
I guess you could say
Yeah,
that.
I mean, that's exactly what it is. Now, Michael, you received the Ryan Malone Award, and does everybody in Upper St. Clair know who Ryan Malone is, do you think?
I would hope. I mean, he plays in the NHL now, so he's a pretty famous figure around here from going from Upper St. Clair to accomplish something like that. So I was really honored to win that award.
And I'm sure you were, but tell me what the award signifies.
I'm pretty sure it signifies the most improved player on the team because Ryan Malone, I heard when he was younger, wasn't as good, wasn't a standout like he is now, and he improved so much to go to the NHL. So I think Larry Marks is the coach of our team, who gave it to me, and I guess he felt that I improved the most on the team.
When do you think the improvement occurred, and in what ways?
Well, I've been playing for Larry Marks for 3 years since he's been coaching here at Upper St. Clair, and I would say that whole time he helped me to improve as much as I could. Even when I suffered a knee injury, I tried to get back on track and everything, and did all the improving I could along with my team.
Now, Parker, being in the back, there's not a whole lot of room for error back there because there's not a lot of goals scored. So what was the difference with that transition for you going from, on more the offensive end to a place where you can't really make many mistakes?
You got to be a little more respectable of the offenseman, because if you slip up, then it's 1-on-1 with your goalie or a 2-on-1 with your goalie. So you just got to be a little more conservative and when you play.
Now, Parker, how much, we see the game from up top or on the stands. How much communication is going on with the goalie and the defenders back there?
There's a ton of communication. The goalie's telling me which guy to pick up, if he has the shot or not, and I'm yelling at the back checkers to pick up the guys, the wingers coming in. So that's how the game's played. There's a lot of communication.
Michael, when did you start to play hockey?
I remember when I was about 2, my dad took me to a Penguin game, and he wasn't really sure that I would be all that interested in it, but I paid attention the entire game, loved it, and begged him to take me skating, but at 2 years old I couldn't really skate, so I attempted that. I think when I first started to play hockey, after I had learned to skate, I think I was about 5 years old.
And did you know you really liked it early on?
Yeah, I did. Even though as younger, it's really hard to play a sport like that. I still loved it, loved being on a team, that whole everything. So
What other, did you play other sports?
yeah, I did. I played baseball, basketball, lacrosse, swimming, a lot of sports.
So I'm just looking at your hair, okay, and like I know, sometimes I'll just go like just off the road, like I just did right there.
Sure.
And so, you know, a word comes to me when I look at your hair. What do people say about your hair?
A lot of people tell me to cut it. Some people like it, some people don't. I just didn't feel like cutting it the entire year. Didn't really think about it much. And, you know, hopefully it was a good luck charm for this season because just wouldn't cut it.
So, like, are the people that are telling you to cut it adults?
Usually, yeah.
They just think it's too wild.
I guess so.
Yeah. So when they tell you to do that, are some of those people telling you to do that your parents?
Yes.
Yeah. And so what do you say to them when they say that?
I don't know. I just say no, I guess. Or, you know,
Well,
maybe
you
if I
say-
get something out of it, but
What do you say? If you get something out of it? Meaning,
Yeah.
Like you cut it if you like take me to dinner? Is that what you're
yeah,
saying?
sure, something like
Something
that.
like that?
Yeah.
So you tried to like negotiate
Yeah,
it?
yeah, that's what I'm using it as now.
Yeah, okay. So, but the word that came to my mind, you know, just looking at you with your hair, is mojo. Now, but what I mean, because my son in 8th grade kind of had his hair went out like sort of in a fro-y kind of way, and you know, a friend of mine said, Brian got the mojo going on, you know, and so do you think that your hair gives you some mojo?
Sure, yeah. I guess
In what way,
give
though?
me some mojo. I don't know. It's fun having it. Like it's kind of like hockey player hair. Some people say, and I don't know.
It's like California. Sort
Yeah,
of
I get that
like
a
that
lot.
beachcomber kind of thing.
Yeah.
Yeah. And Parker, you got a little hair going too, huh?
Yeah, I've always had long hair, to be honest with you. I don't know, it's just sort of been my thing.
What's the like norm in Upper St. Clair High School? I mean, is it like I wouldn't think it's long hair. Is it?
Clean cut guy.
It's mostly clean
Parker
cut.
and I break the rules.
Yeah,
So are you rebellious? Would you say?
you could say that.
You can say that. I just said that. So you're saying that it's usually is it longer normally than what it is now, Parker?
It's been longer at times. I've just been mainly keeping it shorter for college interviews and
So when you got to clean up,
yeah,
yeah,
pretty much.
and you got to do what you got to do. But do you think it gives you mojo in any way?
Not nearly as much as Mike, ladies man over here.
Oh, please.
You're saying it helps him with the ladies?
Ladies
I think it
like
hurts
it.
me. I think it hurts me
I
with the
don't
ladies.
think it-
Well, tell me what do you mean it hurts you?
I think the ladies are the ones who telling me to cut it most of all.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
But your perspective, it's helping him.
They're always playing with it. And, you know, I think it helps them.
Yeah, you got there's a point. Parker makes a point there, buddy.
Okay.
So now you say you love cars, Parker. What do you mean by that?
My dad really got me into cars. I've always had a passion. I was always playing with little toy cars when I was little. But when I got my license, I was always keeping my car clean and doing stuff to it.
So okay, so you have a clean car.
I try
Do
and
you have a car?
Yes,
What kind of car do you have?
BMW
Okay, so it's clean.
sometimes.
Okay, so like when you get older and you can buy whatever car you want, what are you gonna go with, and why?
Probably a BMW M5 because of the horsepower. It's just a rocket.
You're feeling the power.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Michael, you take honor Spanish.
I do.
So can you say something in Spanish?
I wouldn't know. What do you want me to say?
Well, I don't know. Come up with something, and then tell me what it means.
Estás un hombre caliente. Says you're a cool guy.
Well, that's what I'm talking. I like that. I like that, Michael. You can say that anytime you want. But is it tough? It's tough. We start like languages late in the game. You know, we don't start it as young people, and it's probably tough to communicate, isn't it?
Yeah, it's hard to learn a language, but
how do you feel your flow is there with the speaking it?
I feel like if you dropped me off in Spain, I'd probably be okay, but I wouldn't pass like a grammar test over there.
But total immersion, you'd be able to finally get it going after so
Yeah.
long.
Yeah.
I think that's the way to really learn a language. It's just total immersion.
Definitely.
Now, what's your favorite class, Parker, and why?
I like honors biotopics because there's a wide variety of things you do in that class. It's mainly with animals and like going outside and becoming one with nature, and I think that's interesting.
Cool. Michael, why do you think this team was so successful?
I think we really just bonded, like not even just on the ice, like off the ice. We all just became friends, and we had so much fun that like we enjoyed going to practices and games and giving it our all. And we had a great coaching staff, and we had so much talent. We just, a lot of people thought we were going to win, so we proved them right.
Well, Parker, what have you done the year prior and the year prior to build to this? Was there any indication that you guys were going to win?
To be honest with you, I wanted to win. This would be like the dream come true almost, winning all these, like the Penguins Cup and the State Champ Cup. But in the summer, we just worked hard and just always were in shape and always hitting the ice just to improve anywhere we could.
So where do you guys work in off seasons, and what ice?
There's Ice Castle. There's like a stick time pickup or Blade Runners. And then we go to the high school and run the track or go in the field and do agility.
You do dry land stuff.
Yes.
That's what swimmers call it, yeah. Why do you think, Parker, that this team did what you did?
Like what Mike was saying, we all bonded together and we all really communicated and just got along. Everyone got along together, and on the ice and off the ice, it was just a blast going to practice, playing the games and everything.
So you're saying good team chemistry?
Yep.
Yeah, but Michael, you're also saying you had some skills.
We did. We had an unbelievable amount of talent on this team.
Yeah, and Parker, how about the coaching staff? What did they contribute?
Coaching staff was great. During practice, we always run drills and just practice the power play, the penalty kills, and they'd work with the goalies individually and whatnot.
If you have a kid playing soccer, you can stand on the sidelines and listen to the coach. If you have a kid playing basketball, you hear what's going. You're kind of immediately closer by. But in hockey, it's a little more removed, I think. So, what are hockey coaches? What's the mentality, Michael, of hockey coaches? I mean, is it tough? Is it accountable? Are they into like positive coaching? And I mean, what's their style?
Well, the style of Larry Marks, if you're asking, he's definitely tough. He will criticize a player if he needs it. It's constructive criticism, but he'll come down on you if you'll need it. He'll definitely tell you if you're doing something right or if you're doing something wrong, and all of the coaches help out. Like, they're there to just tell you anything, any questions you have. Like, we're all working for like one common goal, to win the game or to have a successful practice, improve, and the coaches they'll do anything they can to help the team.
So what's your thoughts on the coaches and their style from your standpoint, Parker?
Opposed to other sports, I definitely think they're more strict, but hockey's brought discipline to me. Like, when a coach tells me to do something, you do it to the best of your ability. And I definitely think it's different from other sports because when you're on the ice, you got to make like game time decisions. You don't really have time to think as in other sports where you can like set up something.
Yeah.
You just have to kind of go with the flow and how the game's being played.
Michael, talk about your future plans.
Next year, I'll be going to John Carroll University and playing for them. I haven't decided on a major yet. I think I have until the end of my sophomore year to think of that. So I think when I'll get there, I'll start thinking about that.
Why
depending on
there?
what classes.
Why there, Michael?
Well, I wanted to play hockey in college and wanted to go to a good school. And John Carroll was one of those schools that I got into, and I was told I would have a chance to play hockey there and a few other factors. And I just thought, it's a good school. I want a good education. I want to be able to play hockey. it just felt like a good fit for me.
Yeah, sounds great. How about you, Parker? Talk about your future and where you're going.
I'm attending John Carroll and playing hockey there. I thought John Carroll was the best fit for me because it's not a huge school, but there's still people there, so you can get the academic help that you need. And the coach always had an eye on Michael and I, and he offered us a position. They have friendly squirrels there.
Friendly squirrels.
Friendly
You
squirrels.
mean ones that don't bite.
They're really. When I went on to a tour, they were just like at your feet, just like
What are they thinking? Like you got some food.
I don't know.
That's what I'm thinking. So anyway, did you ever hear the old saying that every once in a while the blind squirrel finds the nut?
I haven't heard that.
Yeah,
yeah.
well, you just did. Ask your parents what that means. What do you think that means?
If it's somebody not looking for something, they might find something that they want anyways.
Well, I use it when I'll bring out an idea and then someone says that's a great idea, and I'll say, well, every once in a while the blind squirrel finds the nut, meaning I'm just kind of self-deprecating a little bit, saying, oh, every once in a while I have a good idea, but anyway, so that's just like the older generation trying to give you one of the old sayings. But anyway, I want to, Parker, Michael, I want to thank you for coming and sharing with us. I want to congratulate both of you, because to go out your senior year to not only win the Penguin Cup at the state championship, how great is that? I mean, how great is that? So that's a gift that you gave back to Upper St. Clair High School, and they're going to be able to have that banner forever. And it must have been really thrilling for the both of you. You're both going to great schools, and I congratulate you on getting in there, because no, they don't just let anyone in, John Carroll. So anyway, I want to congratulate both of you on your academic and your hockey success, and I want to wish you both the best of luck.
Thank you.
Also joining us are two additional seniors of the Upper St. Clair High School State Championship hockey team. These two guys have a whole lot of awards to their names, and I'd like to first introduce the senior forward right next to me, Justin Salep. Justin, it's great to have you.
Thanks for having me. I'm happy to be here.
And next to Justin is also the senior forward, CJ Murray. CJ, it's nice to have you here.
Thank you.
Justin, I see that you won the Badger Bob Award. Tell me about that and what that means.
The Badger Bob Award is given out by the actual league, the PIHL, and it's given to one person. It's given to a couple people throughout the league that demonstrate the most character and for their team. And I was nominated and then selected by the league, so I was very excited about that.
Just to go a little off, you wearing a hat, obviously, but do kids wear hats sideways in Upper St. Clair, or is that just like on MTV?
I mean, I think I have a little sideways, but not like, it's not what you see where it's all the way over. It's just maybe a little tilt, but nothing
So
too.
you got the tilt going?
Yeah, just a little tilt.
And what does the tilt signify?
Nothing, it's just how you wear it. Because if you wear it straight, like, I don't know, it just feels weird. So
Does it?
yeah, if it's a little to the side, it's more.
Okay, so you go down straight and then you just go,
Yeah,
let's do it. And then you just push a little.
yeah.
So do you think that gives you a little swagger?
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
But do you need a hat for swagger?
No, a lot of
But
he doesn't wear hats. He has a ton of swag.
Okay, but it works for you. It's just
Yeah,
your thing.
I'm a hat person.
You're a hat guy.
Yeah.
And where do you like to find your hats?
Wherever. I mean, I'll go buy them at Lids. I'll find them. I went playing tennis with them one time. I found a Masters hat. I wear it all the time. So.
Is there a certain type of hat that works for your look?
It just depends on what you're wearing, I guess. Like today, I felt that this
Going
one.
with the black flow.
Yeah, again with the black flow, and then but other days, like I normally like to wear just athletic hats, normally backwards, but I felt like it looked better forwards.
Oh, so you go backwards sometimes?
Yeah. Oh, majority.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Yeah, I used to do that too. CJ, as a young person, what kind of sports did you play?
I always played hockey since I was like 4 or 5, and then actually in 8th grade I picked up lacrosse, which was a new thing for me. But I stopped that because it kind of got in the way of hockey workouts and off-season and stuff like that. So, but ever since I was 6 or 7, my entire family has been big baseball players. So I played travel A baseball since I was a young kid. So yeah, baseball, hockey, and actually I was the captain of the golf team too. So I did that a
Wow,
lot.
so you
too.
got all kinds of abilities. Now, just an off the wall question: are you related to the Murrays or Russmers Floors?
Yep, that's my entire family.
Is that your family?
Yep.
Well, I used to work at Ryan Homes, and
Oh, really?
I used to work with them all the time,
Yep.
so I know your family.
Dave,
Yeah.
my dad is Jim. He installs all the floors. So
Oh,
he's a
is
main.
that your dad, Jim?
Yep.
Oh,
He's a main installer.
he's been
so.
in my house many a time.
I'm sorry to hear
He's
that.
a character.
Yeah. Yeah.
He's a character. Well,
Yeah,
tell
yeah.
him I said hello.
I definitely will.
Yeah, it's my man.
Yep.
You know what I mean? I don't know if he's your man. He probably comes down on you
He
sometimes.
it depends on the day, but yeah.
But you're probably, I would assume you can't be too out of control with him as your dad.
No. Well,
No.
normally I'm a good kid, but yeah.
Yeah. Well, Jim Murray's son's here. Jeez. How about that? You know, and this is all,
Small
it's
world.
funny. It is a small world. Please give him my best wishes.
I definitely will.
Justin, now, it says you kissed somebody at the, somewhere. Tell me.
Yeah, after we beat Fox Chapel 2-0, you know, I went and gave Mike Ambrose a hug, and I went to give him a kiss on the cheek because you know, if you ask around Upper St. Clair High School, like the hockey team is very open and we kiss each other, normally on the head during school and everything, like when you see each other. But
So
when
where's the normal kiss spot for a hockey player? to
Top of the
you wanna
head.
Do it?
Here,
Right
just
there.
right
Go ahead, do it.
See?
just one of those.
I like action talk shows, so this is a good thing. Okay, good.
Yeah, so I went and gave him a hug, and I went to give him a kiss, like on the cheek, and then just got all lips.
So he turned. So he turned.
Yeah,
just
oh yeah, he wanted
accidentally,
it. He wanted it.
He wanted it.
Yeah, like I had a very big beard going, so he said he liked it, but
He liked the kiss.
yeah.
Wow. Um, so is that just a hockey thing?
No, I think it was just a team, Upper St. Clair.
A team thing.
Yeah, I think we were just a very close team, and
With a lot of good chemistry.
Yeah,
Which
and
is why you
Shows our
guys
brotherhood.
yeah,
brotherhood.
yeah.
Yeah. CJ, you have all these awards. I mean, is it just what is it from scoring goals?
I don't know. Yeah. I guess that's why, but
Yeah. So are you the high scorer?
I can be called that. Yeah.
Yeah. And so to me, CJ, you know, I watch hockey on TV, and these goalies, their pads are enormous. And I mean, that net is not real big. And they're going to get in front of a whole lot just by even having a semi-decent angle. So how hard is it to finish, CJ?
Well, it's not like soccer in which the net is half the field, but it's definitely difficult. But it takes a ton of practice and a ton of shooting pucks to get a good shot down. And then whenever you see a open spot, you shoot it, and it hopefully goes in.
So you're looking for the open spot.
Right.
And in some cases, I would think that there's not it's not a big open spot.
Well, most of the time, my teammates just set me up a lot. So like a lot of my goals were wide open nets. So we moved the puck a lot when we were like on the power play and all that stuff. So yeah, it made it easy for me.
Yeah. Well, it's probably a lot of fun putting the
Oh yeah, it's
puck
a lot
in
of
the
fun.
net. Now, Justin, say something. You take Spanish also. Say something in Spanish.
Tengo todas las chicas caliente en la escuela.
And what does that mean?
I get all the hot girls in school.
I get all the hot girls in school. Something that I could never say. Now, is that true?
Not totally, but I like to think I have, you know, a pretty good grasp on things with the ladies.
Well, so what you're basically saying, Justin, is that you have game with the ladies.
I'm not one of those players that, you know, but I know how to talk to them, know how to really like just treat them so they, you know, like me and all that stuff. So.
Okay, so there's a lot of boys out there, And without a doubt, the high majority of boys, high school boys, have very little to no game with the ladies. So, what do you think sets you apart?
I mean, I think I go with like the old-fashioned approach, always
Which is what?
Always opening the door into a house, like into a car, always paying for everything, never liking a female to pay for a single thing, no matter what it is. Just kind of stuff like that that separates, and just listening to their problems other than just telling them what to do. So whatever they say.
So instead of trying to solve their problem,
You just listen to them.
you just listen to them.
Yeah.
And they like that.
Yeah, because half the time all they want is for you to hear them. They don't want you to tell them what to do.
Where did you learn that?
AP psychology, actually.
That's great. Who was your teacher?
Mr. Kirshner.
Well, you got to thank him.
Yeah, I mean, he's a good guy.
He helped your game with the ladies.
Yeah, I guess you could say so.
So basically what you're saying is being a good listener helps you with girls.
Yeah.
Wow. CJ, what did you like best about playing hockey with this team?
For this team,
Yeah.
I loved how like all of us were like a big brotherhood. We came to practice, played games, but at the same time we worked hard too. So we came to the rink and we were expecting to win every single time, and we did that. But we hit a stretch in the season when we lost like 5 games straight, and then after that, I think our record was like 12-1-1. So it was just a great feeling to not only win the state cup and state cup in the Penguin Cup, but also being there together and sharing it with like all of your best friends, because like me, Parker, and Justin and Mike have been playing together since freshman year, and we've been on the varsity team, and we've been wanting this for a long time. So,
What do you like best about hockey?
the competition and also the team play of it, because once you hit the rink, you know that you're with all your brothers on the ice. So it's a great feeling to be on a team that had great success.
How important is skating ability?
Well, skating is obviously the biggest thing in hockey, but it's not only skill that wins games. It's also will and heart. So whoever has the most heart and will come out with the win. And I think our team had that. That's why we won.
Absolutely. You're absolutely right. Now, when you see somebody like Sidney Crosby do the things he can do, what do you think?
Well, I see him, and I don't only see his skill, but I notice, like, I wonder how hard he works out in the off season, because I know he's only, like 5'11", but he does some things on the ice that no other hockey player can do. But
Like such as?
his skating, his strength, actually, he's like his toughness too. He takes so much crap, but he stays strong. But I only imagine what what he does off the ice to make him that good.
Justin, on the hockey side, you're a forward also?
Yes.
Okay, so you're a goal scorer
Yes.
or an assist guy.
Yeah.
And what have you always played up top like that?
Yeah, I mean, throughout my whole career, I've been offense. There's been times where, because of my size, the coach thinks, oh, we'll throw him on defense. But if I'm on defense, I'm never actually playing defense. I'm actually trying to like rush the puck or just do something. So, offense, I was always offensive minded.
So you have offensive mentality.
Yeah.
Even if you're back behind the blue
Yeah.
line. And do they allow defenders to come up and score?
Yeah, they do. It's just, with defensemen, it's like get the puck to the forwards, and be more defensive minded. But I really wasn't like that as a defenseman, so.
So they just put you up top.
Yeah.
And that's more your thing.
Yeah.
And what do you like about being up there?
Just the opportunities it presents, The best feeling in the world, without a doubt, is scoring a goal. So just the opportunity to score goals every shift is the thing I like about it. Obviously, it doesn't happen, but it I really like that aspect of it.
Yeah. CJ, winning all these awards and winning the state championship, what does that mean to you? What does all that mean?
Well, I don't think I could really explain it in words because it's more of I want to say personal thing, but it's a thing that I can't describe just in words because it's such a privilege to not only win these awards but to also be a part of it, and it's just a great feeling. And we've worked so hard in the off season and during season 2, and we all became one as a team, which was a big thing to our success. So it's just a great feeling for.
Now, were you the
team.
captain?
Yeah.
And what does that mean for how you have to be on this team?
Well,
To you?
I was also the captain of the golf team, but being the captain of the golf team and the hockey team are completely different things, because you need to be a lot more vocal on a hockey team. And at first, I was kind of, I want to say shy, but kind of unsure what to do as a captain. But I finally, I have to say, I wasn't the only one who was a leader. We also had great leaders in the sophomore class, our junior class, and even our freshman class too. So.
So what was your leadership style?
I was more of a leader by example. We had a bunch of vocal senior leaders like Justin. He's more of a vocal leader, and he's also a leader but by example too. But I like to go on the ice and show my team what they have to do in order to succeed, and I'd like to be the player to, I don't know, be the player to, I don't know.
You can rely on.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, the go-to guy. Justin, so you're more vocal on the ice, huh?
Yeah, I'm very vocal. Not afraid to express my opinion, but
Except with girls, you listen.
yeah.
But so on the ice though, you're talking and
Yeah, talking, just trying to get everybody motivated. But speaking about CJ here, he's the best captain I've ever played for.
and tell me why.
Well, the saying "actions speak louder than words." There's been a lot of great captains to represent St. Clair, a lot of great vocal captains, and a lot of great captains that show people. But CJ just separated himself because not only was he the best leader in the league through his actions, he was just the best player, and I'm not afraid to say he was the best player in the state. So he he really showed us what you have to do in the off season and everything, and what you have to do on the ice to become great, and that's what he did.
That's a nice thing to say. It's not, and so you're saying he worked hard.
Oh yeah, well he's one of the hardest working kids I know on the ice and off the ice. So.
Wow. CJ, what are you thinking about in your future here with where are you going? What are you going to do?
My goal is to eventually play Division I hockey. So I'm playing juniors in order to do that, because it's not like football or basketball in which you go straight from high school to D1. So I'll play either at most 2 years of juniors, and then hopefully I get a Division I scholarship.
What do you think you need to do to get there?
I personally, I need to gain weight and get a little bigger too. But
Milkshakes?
yeah, definitely milkshakes and a lot of steak.
Yeah. Yeah. Justin, how about you? What are your thoughts on your future here?
I'm trying to do the same thing CJ's doing, but I decided to take the prep school route and go to Northwood Prep next year to play. They have a junior team at Northwood. They have a high school team, a prep team, which is like a AAA team, and then they have a junior team. So I decided that the prep school route was probably best for me, and so I'm gonna go there hopefully for a year, and then hopefully go to a Division I or Division III school to play.
I can't leave you guys without asking you this, just going back to this one more time, Justin. There's a lot of guys that are in high school. There's a lot of guys that are trying to get their sport going, and they're trying to get their school thing going, and they're trying to get their ladies thing going. And, you know, I think a vast majority of boys just don't have the ladies thing going, and they'd like to have the ladies thing going. I mean, I know, and I was one of them. So, what's your advice to them to try to get their game on with the ladies?
I mean, just be respectful of them. You know, just open the door and just the little. They appreciate the little things more than you think. Like what you were saying earlier about thanking my mom. Just the little things you do for them, they really appreciate it, and it goes a long way.
Yeah, well, that's great. That's really great. Well, I'll tell you, CJ and Justin, you know, what a fabulous way to end your high school hockey career. I mean, just fabulous to go out with a state championship. I mean, this hasn't been done in over 20 years in Upper St. Clair, and they don't just give those things away. I mean, you have to really earn everything, you know, and you guys won the Penguin Cup and the state championship. So I just want to tell you, it's been really a pleasure to meet both of you, and congratulate you on what a great accomplishment. And I think the future's, the sky's the limit for you two, like whatever you want to do. So I can only give you my best wishes, and thank you for coming and sharing with us today.
Thank you.
Yeah, thanks
for having us.
It was a lot of fun.
Also joining us are two additional members of the state championship winning Upper St. Clair hockey team. They're line mates. Next to me is a sophomore forward, Michael Sweeney. Michael, it's great to have you here.
Nice to be here.
And next to Michael, a junior forward, center, Stephen Gilarowski. Was that okay with your name, Steve?
Yeah, it was good.
I did okay?
Yes.
Well, you kind of spelled it a little phonetically there for me.
Yeah.
On the sheet that I asked you to bring. And did you do that just because some people butcher your name?
A lot of people do.
And so what do you hear sometimes that your name is called?
Gilarowski is pretty bad. Gilarowski, anything.
So Gilarowski.
Yes.
Gilarowski.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So Michael, you're a sophomore playing on a team that won the state championship. Did you play as a freshman?
Yeah, I played as a freshman.
And did you play much as a freshman?
I didn't play much. I was on the third or fourth line, but when I got out there, I did what I could.
Yeah. So did your playing time increase this year?
Yeah, I played. We were on the second line this year, so we got out there a lot more.
Yeah. So what did you play as a kid, sports-wise?
I just played just about every sport. Hockey was the only sport that I've played all the way through. Like from when I was like 5 up, I played like football, baseball, lacrosse.
So what's in hockey that's working for you over the other sports?
I just like how fast paced it is. Like baseball, you're just sitting there most of the time. Lacrosse is fast paced too, but I don't just like hockey so much better than any of those.
You know, it's funny you say that because I played baseball as a kid, you know, and ever since I could walk, I had a bat in my hand, baseball and basketball. But baseball, you know, it was just so much more ingrained into our culture, and it still is. I mean, National League, American League, Major League Baseball is very big. There's a lot of people at Heinz Field. I mean, Pittsburgh doesn't have a great team recently, but the point is, you know, now that the younger generation, you guys here, it's something in which it does seem kind of slow paced, doesn't it?
Yeah.
And I think that's what's kind of maybe pushing some people away and going to things more like soccer, basketball, football, hockey, those lacrosse.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, that's just more action. Is that what you're thinking?
Yeah, I've lacrosse and baseball are played in the same time of the year, but I think a lot of people are switching from baseball to lacrosse because they just like to be more active.
Well, I think St. Clair has a pretty good baseball team though too.
Yeah, from what I've heard this year, they're doing pretty well.
Yeah, they're good. I mean, I'm not trying to say bad things about baseball. I just think that they're losing some athletes to some other sports. But then we didn't have lacrosse around. Well, there wasn't hockey here years ago, you know. So it's all the competition. Now, Steven, how about you? When you were a kid, what kind of sports did you play?
Pretty much the same thing. I played baseball and basketball for years until I realized I wasn't tall enough to play it. So, not that much stuff. Hockey has really been my only sport I've been playing for the longest time.
Well, and what's in it for you? What does hockey do for you?
A lot of the memories, I like that, and meeting new people. You always meet different people wherever you go. A lot of connections with people, just stuff like that.
Well, you just mentioned something about your size and it doesn't work for what? What did you
Basketball.
say? For basketball.
Yeah.
So, I understand what you're saying because, I'm involved in youth basketball and I see kids come play and, if you're a little smaller or bigger, if you're bigger, you kind of have an advantage right out of the gate. And if you're smaller, you have to actually be a lot better than some kids that are taller than you. When did you start to realize that?
I obviously knew that a lot of the kids were bigger than me when I was little. I mean, I knew I was smaller, but I just still tried my best. I mean,
Yeah.
I guess I just realized that hockey was a sport for me because
Does size come into play at all in hockey? I'm sorry to interrupt you. Does size come into play at all in hockey?
Yeah, it does a lot, but a lot of the times the smaller guys are the faster, quicker guys, harder to hit guys because they call penalties on the bigger guys for getting hit in the head and stuff. So, I mean, there's disadvantages, but you also have a lot of advantages being smaller.
Yeah, and the thing is, you are who you are. You just be the best who you are. It doesn't matter whether you're tall, small. I mean, people are people. And you can do anything you want. And look at this. You're on this team. You're playing, what's the second line, right?
Yeah.
On the state championship hockey team. How
Yeah.
good is that? So anyway, this athlete's taking action, Michael. Tell me about that.
It's just a group that one of our counselors started with a kid who graduated, his mom. It's just getting athletes who are coming into the high school, giving them an easier transition into the high school between juggling sports and school.
So you kind of mentor them.
Yeah.
In what way? What do you do?
You just, you can take them before school starts, you can take them to the high school and show them around. You can introduce them to people on your team because the mentees you get, they play your sport, so you can just help them meet new people before they even come to the high school.
Did they do that to you?
Yeah, I had a mentor.
So then, then once you had that, did that help you?
Yeah, I think it was easier coming in, already knowing people. Just made the transition easier.
We did a show on that, a year or two ago here about all that, and I think it's not only a good, I think it's a great little organization. Now, Steven, did you get involved with that?
Yeah, I'm a leader of it, as you see. I'm older than him, so I started before. But I mean, me and him work together during the we have training camps for it, to learn how to be a mentor and stuff. Me and him work together a lot with CJ, with the hockey kids. So.
Steven, are you on Facebook?
Yes.
You say that and you laugh. How many friends do you have?
About 830.
OMG! I mean, I like saying that sometimes because my kids think it's funny, like some old geezer, it's like text talk, and I always generally get a reaction, so that's why I'd say it. But anyway, that's a lot of friends. How you got all these friends?
Actually, most of them are from Hockey Connections. Just meeting people. This year I met an actual hockey scout on Facebook and friends with them. So, I mean.
How do you meet him on Facebook? I don't understand that.
Well, he saw one of the games that I've played in, and since he knew my name, he searched on Facebook, got in touch with me.
Oh, he friended you?
Yes.
Wow.
And then I talked to him in person.
Wow.
Yes.
And so, what do you think about parents on Facebook? Are they creepers?
No, I think they have the right, everybody has the right to have a Facebook. I think it's just more of a kids type of thing.
Why would these parents get on that?
Honestly, I think it's because they're wondering what their children's doing, which is obviously parents have the right to do, and it's obviously their children. They want to know what they're doing, but I think it's just because they're worried something bad's happening.
What are you guys saying about that though in high school? You guys are all talking to each other. You're in the lunch line, and you're like, these parents are creeping. I mean, are you saying? Do you wish maybe there was another like just Facebook that they can't get on? I mean, honestly.
No, I mean, it doesn't really bother me that much. I mean, I'm sure it bothers other people, but I mean, I guess it's your own opinion. I don't mind it.
Because you're not like out there getting crazy. That's why.
No,
So it's no big deal to you.
no.
Michael, you got a Facebook flow going?
Yeah, I have a Facebook flow going.
And what's your flow?
Just, on there.
Go.
I don't really have a Facebook flow.
Well,
I don't really go on it much.
You don't have the flow that Steven has.
Right, I don't have.
You don't have that many
bajillion of
friends. Is that
yeah.
what you're saying? Because I'm gonna guess you don't spend that much time on it.
No,
So that's why.
right.
Yeah. And if you wanted to, you probably could like have a lot more friends.
Yeah, you can be one of those kids that just friends everyone.
Yeah.
God.
But yeah, I mean, why would you want to friend just anyone?
Yeah, it's kind of weird.
You think it's like a status symbol to have over 800?
Yeah, I think Steve takes pride in
No,
it.
I'm just joking, Steven. I'm just Googling.
That's okay.
But guess how many friends I have, Michael?
I don't know. You seem like a cool guy. Probably about 200.
You know what? I just love the fact that you said, and I think this could be the takeaway for the whole day for me. Hey man, like you seem like a cool guy. Like I'm gonna take that, and I mean, all my saying is this: all compliments accepted. So when you get one, just accept it. You know what I mean? Because they don't come every day. You know what I'm saying? So anyway, but well, okay, Steven, how many friends do you think I have?
Go with I don't know. I guess 175. Just low.
Well, I'm going to surprise you too. 349.
Really?
But who's counting? No, but I just got on it last year. My daughter from Penn State got me on it. And now I'm starting to look around a little bit, and I can see the value of it. I can see that you can like keep in touch with some people that maybe you would have no contact whatsoever. They're sending pictures of things that they've done, and it's interesting. So I get it. I used to kind of fight it, but like now I kind of get it. I just wish that we couldn't we didn't hover over you guys as much, because I don't think that's necessary. But and I know that probably bugs some people, but apparently not you. Does that bother you, Michael?
No, I mean, people have the right to choose whether or not they want to be a person's friend on Facebook.
That's
so.
really mature. Yeah. But anyway, so do you have to have chemistry to be line mates? We'll start with you, Michael.
Yeah, I think you have to have chemistry. You have to know like where the other person's gonna be in case you're not always looking up and aware of the play. You can't be fighting with your line mate all the time, or else it just doesn't work.
Yeah, and what are you thinking, Steven, in that regard?
I think it's a big factor. I mean, there's a lot of talking going on. People may not think there's a lot of talking when it's going on with that fast of a game, but there's a lot of talking, like understanding where he's going to be at a certain time. Like if I need to get him the puck, then I know where he is from the chemistry. So,
like if I was like the Wizard of Hockey, like I was thinking of maybe abolishing the blue line and making the net a little bit wider and making the rinks wider. Like, so tell me if that I'm whacked, Michael.
I don't know. I think that the blue line adds something to the game, so you just can't have someone just always behind the blue line.
Cherry pick.
Yeah, not playing defense. I mean, it can hurt you, but I think it's a good thing to have in the game, so games don't get ridiculous with the scoring.
How about that net though? It's so small with those goalies' pads. Are you okay opening that up a little bit?
I think I kind of like the net the way it is because I don't know. I wouldn't really want to make the net any bigger
it's
than
tradition.
it is. Yeah.
I think it puts on a show for everybody. Because when
What
people,
do you mean, Steven?
the players just have to be so. Goalies are always getting better nowadays. Players have to be like so good to just put the puck in the net in the NHL, and just makes it like seem like so much better and better to watch and more interesting.
So you don't like my ideas?
I wouldn't I wouldn't say I don't like it, but making the net bigger would also make it more entertaining by being more goals, but
Well, I mean-
I feel like it's fine how it is.
Yeah, and I understand. I mean, because I think we're in Western Pennsylvania. Football is huge here. Although hockey's big, I mean, with the Penguins,
Yeah.
and I know the younger generation with the Penguins loves the Penguins because they're so young. And, do you think that has helped, and I'll start with you, Michael, high school hockey, having the Penguins here?
Yeah, I think a lot of more kids want to play hockey. That they see how good the Pens are doing. Like a couple years ago, when the Pens started getting good, they got Crosby. Stick time they started having a lot more people than what they used to have. I think people are just more interested in now that there's something good to watch with the Pens.
What's your thoughts, Stephen, about that?
I think it's helped dramatically. Back when the Penguins weren't like the greatest team, no one really cared about hockey. It was always either football or baseball. But now that Penguins are getting better, it's obviously making a big change. So.
Okay, Michael, so if someone put down on a piece of paper right now, you have to decide what you're going to be when you grow up, and you got like 10 seconds to figure it out, what would it be?
It'd definitely be something in law enforcement, just because both my parents are lawyers, and I just find it neat how the law works. Can work on someone's side.
Gotcha. Steven, same thing. You got a few seconds to decide what you're going to be when you grow up, and you got to write it down right now. What would you write?
Engineer.
What does that mean? What is an engineer?
I don't know. Someone that I feel like if I was an engineer, I would want to help make bridges more safer or anything safer for people.
Civil
Just help
engineer.
Yeah.
And why? What takes you there?
Well, we have engineering classes in school, like beginners and advanced stuff, and I took those all throughout high school, and it just really interested me. I don't know, it just caught me.
Did anybody tell you to look into engineering?
No. Just I had no clue. I just thought it was really neat how bridges worked and everything.
You
so.
just picked it up.
Yeah.
I just want to tell you this. I mean, my daughter just graduated Penn State. She has 2 engineering degrees. And she has multiple job offers. So I think the older people like me will tell you that an engineer degree is a great degree to have because you're going to get job offers that aren't even in engineering because they respect the degree that much, because your college experience is going to be a little different.
Yeah.
Going to get an engineer than going to do something a lot easier. So. If you do continue to go there, Stephen, I think that's a really positive place to be. Anyway, Michael, just briefly, what's in your future here? As you
Right
see
now,
it?
I'm just looking to graduate high school and then see where things go after that.
Right. But you had a good year, and you're going to try to build on that, huh?
Yeah, I'm trying to build on it for next year for hockey.
Okay, great. And Steven, how about you?
Plan on playing juniors as CJ and Justin do. And then eventually after that, hopefully the juniors will get me either a D1 or D3 scholarship. Something, just money for school really helps out, but also playing a game that you love.
Absolutely. Well, Michael and Steven, thanks for coming by. I really enjoyed meeting both of you guys. What a great accomplishment you guys have had to be on this team and be on one of the real impact lines to bring home a Penguin Cup and a state championship. Good luck to both of you. Thanks for sharing everything, and best wishes to you.
Thank you.
Also joining us are 2 additional members of the Upper St. Clair State Championship hockey team. Next to me is the goalie, and as we know, anyone has watched hockey games, the goalie is huge in terms of the success of a hockey team. Please let me introduce sophomore Mike Ambrose. Mike, it's nice to have you here.
Thank you.
And next to Mike is a defenseman, a freshman, David Pencrott. David, it's nice to have you here.
Thank you.
So Mike, let's start with the goalie stuff. Now, what sports did you play growing up?
Baseball, basketball, and golf.
Okay. And what took you in the hockey direction?
I don't really remember. I think I did go to a Penguin game when I was little, and I was kind of hooked from there.
And David, how about you? What were your early sports?
Mostly baseball, hockey, and lacrosse. But my brother, who's 23 now, he played hockey, so that's what I really sticked with.
So he taught you a lot of stuff.
Yes.
It's nice to have an older brother, huh?
Yeah, he's good.
I used to beat on mine, and then he beat on other people because he got beat on by his older brother. And I mean, in a basketball one-on-one sense is what I meant. And I think it's kind of really helpful to have an older brother, don't you think?
Yeah, he's helped me a lot with hockey and everything.
Yeah, with just life, huh?
Yeah, exactly.
So
School.
he's a decent amount older than you.
Yeah, I think it's 8 years.
So has he graduated college?
No, actually, he went from high school to play 2 years of juniors, and now
Oh.
he's a junior at W&J.
Oh, I see. I see. So, Michael, how did you get to the goalie end of the hockey spectrum?
Well, when I was in Mite, I had played forward and defense my entire life. And then the coach of my team, he said that we need another goalie. And I just said, why not? And I gave it a try and fell in love with it.
Did you?
Yep.
Well, how can you describe what that means? I fell in love with being a goalie.
Just like I just enjoyed being like that last line of defense when everything else breaks down to kind of save the day.
And how much is involved being a goalie?
There's a lot more involved in it than people
Than
think.
people think.
Yeah.
So try to describe that.
Well, a lot of people think that maybe the goalie doesn't necessarily need to be the best athlete on the team because he's just standing around.
Yes.
But in actuality, in most cases, a goalie is the best athlete on the team because he has to move around a considerable more amount when he's seeing action, is getting up and down, pushing side to side, and you gotta have the sense to have like the right angles to play shots.
Yeah.
So there's a lot more thinking to it than people think there is.
So do you come out of the net much?
I come out not really to play the puck, but as far as cutting down angles, yeah.
I see. Because I know in soccer, you're familiar with, you didn't play soccer?
I did when I was really little.
Really little. But I mean, those goalies can really come out of the box
Yeah.
more so because if they can get beat at someone coming at them to the ball, they can just boot it away. Whereas you can't really do that in hockey, can you?
No, the best you can really do is just cover it.
Yeah. Now, David, have you always been a defender?
Yeah, because I was always the biggest kid, like in my grade, my age, so I was always put on defense, and I just learned to love it.
What do you need to have as a defender to play hockey? What kind of qualities do you need to have?
I don't know, you just need to have good sense of, like, because you're the last line of defense before the goalie, so, like, if the forward makes a mistake, it's not as noticeable, but if a defenseman makes a mistake, it's a lot more noticeable, and it just falls back on the goalie.
Do some goals fall on the defenders as opposed to the goalie?
Yes.
And how's that? Tell me what you mean by that.
Say you go for a poke check instead of playing the body, they can just go right around you and score.
Yeah. So, but the goalie gets blamed on it, don't they? A lot of times. I mean, maybe not from your coaching staff, but I'm just saying someone that doesn't know hockey that much.
Yeah.
They're just saying, oh, the goalie. And meanwhile, it's way more than that.
Yeah, it's usually your fault if you let the guy get around you.
Yeah. So, but being a freshman playing it, you stepped up 4 levels to play against seniors. I mean, how hard was that, David?
I mean, it wasn't that hard because I'm a pretty big kid and they weren't that much bigger than me, but just like being the only freshman on the team was kind of scary, I guess.
Well, so size you were okay.
Yeah.
But how about the rest of it? I mean, it's not just size. It's being known where to be and people doing things maybe you're not used to seeing. And although, I don't know, maybe your older brother helped you with this.
Yeah, I mean, I was pretty prepared. I've been playing like amateur hockey my whole life also, so I've been kind of playing at a high level, I guess you can say.
So there wasn't a whole lot of stuff that you had to really make adjustments to here.
Well, it was just I guess, faster play.
Yeah.
I just had to get used to that.
Yeah. Now, Mike, how does a goalie prepare for a game?
I mean, some guys are more into having a really set routine where they do a lot of, I guess, visualization, hand-eye coordination stuff. I don't really do a lot of that. I just kind of like to get in a mindset where I'm not really thinking about anything because I find that when I'm not really thinking about a whole lot, that I'm more focused.
I was trying to. I try as you sit here in front of me. I try to put myself in your shoes. And you got all this padding on, and you got guys trying to slam pucks by you all day.
Mm-hmm.
And so, are you tense back there? Are you loose? Is it more mental than physical? I mean, what's going on?
Well, I'm more loose. I'm really laid back whenever I play. I find that it's a lot less stressful, and I'm kind of, I don't know how to describe it, but I'm just laid back when I play.
Okay, so let's say this team has a power play.
Yeah.
And you're the goalie, and they're down, and they're moving the puck really well, and your defenders are trying to do the best they can. I mean, what's the mentality here? What are you thinking? Are you still loose?
Yeah, it's still loose because if you're scared that they have a man advantage, that they're going to get scoring chances, they're bound to score. So really just follow the puck as best you can, look through screens when they're there, and just hope it hits you.
And now, how much of a problem is it when they have other players standing in front of you?
It's challenging because if you look around somebody, like if I look left and they shoot the puck right, they'll more than likely score because I can't see it.
Yeah. So really, it's probably a good strategy to have people stand in front of you.
Yeah.
And do most teams do that?
Yeah, most teams do that.
And how do you deal with it?
Give the guy a couple of shots in the kidneys, pretty much.
Well, I don't understand what that means.
like if he's standing in front of me, just take my blocker and my glove and just jab him in the back.
Is that legal?
Oh, I mean, if you don't get caught, it's legal.
That's hilarious. So basically, you can give them a little shot. You mean if they're invading your personal space? I mean,
Yeah.
they can't come in the crease, right?
No, they're not allowed to. Doesn't mean they don't get away with it sometimes.
Oh, so they come in. Sometimes
And
they chill.
normally, if the puck's at the point, I'm out on the top of my crease, so they're even closer to me, so there's less of a space.
So you're still giving them shots.
Yeah, not like such a shot that I'm like not paying attention to what's going on. It's just subtle. It's not like I'm like jumping them.
And what are you trying to do with that shot?
Just trying to let them know that I'm there and then get them to move.
Oh, you're trying to get them to move.
Yeah.
And don't you think they're thinking that they know what you're trying to do and they're not going to do it?
Yeah, but if you do it enough, you might get in their head and say, you know what, he keeps hitting me here, so I don't want to be there because he's just going to hit me.
Well, how about the defenders? Aren't they supposed to move them out of there?
Oh, they do try to move them out of there too.
Yeah. Do you tell them to do that?
Not really. I'm more focusing on the puck than anything else.
Do you have kids talking to you?
Yeah, there's
What are
a
they saying?
constant communication.
They asking you what's for dinner?
No, they'll let me know if there's somebody back door, if there's pretty much just if there's like anybody behind me or.
Okay, but how about the other team?
No, they're not talking to me.
They don't talk to you?
No.
No. So, David, when you see someone trying to crowd Mike, I mean, what are you supposed to be doing?
Your main objective is to move them out up front.
And-
So I was giving a little jab in the back, right in between where their pads are, and they usually move.
So just from a jab, they do that.
Yeah, 'cause it hurts.
Oh, so there's no pads back there.
Well, you got to get them like right in the lip of their pants, and then right where their shoulder pads end, so it's
Then
just
there's
pure
nothing
skin.
there, Yeah.
So do they give it back to you when you do that?
Oh yeah, there's constant battles in front
So
of the
it's
net.
just battles.
Yeah.
And so what's that like?
Oh, it's tough because you're just trying to get over the pain of them hitting you, but your main objective is just move them so the goalie can see the puck.
Are there dirty players?
Big time.
And how do they get away with their stuff?
I don't know. Refs aren't really that good at what they do.
No.
You always have that
Yeah.
leeway to do it. Give him a little jab or something.
So your big deal is you got to help him. You got to help him.
Yes.
And the way you help him is getting people out of his way and being in the right position, right?
Correct.
And how about this deal where these guys are they're taking shots and these defenders are just dropping on their sides to block the shot? I mean, what do you think of that?
Sacrifice. You do whatever you can to stop the puck. It's
Do
for
you
the
do
team.
that?
Yes.
Do you ever take one in your face?
Yeah, but you have a cage on, so
So does everybody have a cage?
yes, you have to in high school.
And is that in the pro? I'm stupid. I mean, is it in the pros? Is everybody wearing it?
No, They either wear nothing or just like a shield.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking.
Yeah.
So I've seen guys go down with nothing and just put themselves in harm's way, so to speak, but they're doing it for the team and for the goalie, right?
Sacrifice, yes.
So you do that. We call it sacrifice.
Yes.
And so really they can't hit you in the face. It doesn't hurt
I
of the
mean,
cage.
yeah, it doesn't really hurt. It just kind of rattles you a little bit.
A little bit.
Yeah.
So are you taught to do that?
Yes.
Mike, why do you think this team did what it did?
Well, for one, we had an unbelievable amount of talent. Majority of the team was all AAA players, which is pretty much the highest you can go for our age. Also, the fact that we were really together, and we knew we could win a state championship, so we just put our minds to it and just worked hard, and it happened.
Do they treat you different because you're the goalie?
Yeah, actually, this year I'd say it was one of the better years because a lot of the seniors they really liked me, so they kind of made it easier to play because they always encouraged me to keep practicing hard because I didn't play a lot at the start of the year. It kind of took till the end of the year for me to play and went on a good run in the playoffs. And
Do they like you because you're likable?
yeah,
Well, that always helps. But now you're in. Okay, so you didn't play at the beginning of the year.
no, because the other goalie on our team is a junior and I'm a sophomore.
Okay, so
And-
you just kind of moved in and played down the stretch.
Yeah, because we hit that, like CJ said earlier, we hit that stretch where we lost like 5 games in a row.
So that's when some changes happened.
Yeah,
Yeah, and you were one of them.
yeah,
So now you find yourself in the Penguin Cup and in the state championship.
yeah.
Well, you got some people there. This is a big stage. There's history in the making. What are you thinking about?
I was actually less nervous for the state championship game than I was the Penguin Cup, just because of the fact that we were playing in Consol for the Penguin Cup, so it's just a bigger stage, and then the state championship was at a normal rink, so it's kind of just playing like any other game.
Did Justin kiss you?
Yeah, that was after a game against Fox Chapel.
I just didn't expect to hear that.
Oh,
at a
what
hockey
actually
show.
happened was because we won 2-0. It was the first shutout for any high school goalie for the playoffs at Consol. He just said, "Come here, I gotta kiss you," and he just went to kiss me on the side of the cheek, but he got like the side of my lip.
So how'd that work for you?
I was a little surprised.
Yeah, I would be too. Well, it's all in joy, right? Because it's
Yeah.
kind of like, it's a moment that you probably never forget the rest of your life.
Yeah, I'll never forget it.
And what was the score of the state championship game?
4-3 in overtime.
4-3 in overtime, so it wasn't penalty shots.
No.
And what's up with the penalty shot? I mean, how does that work for you?
Really, it's just you come out as far, you kind of come out to the shooter, and then as they're coming in, then you start backing in, and really your main goal is to make them make the first move, because if they get you to bike going one way and they go the other way, you're pretty much toast.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So how did you get to be on those ones? Did you have many of them?
Actually, yeah. Throughout the playoffs, we gave up quite a few breakaways in big situations, like in the Penguin Cup final in overtime, we gave up a breakaway, and kid came down and he had actually scored on me on a breakaway earlier in the game, but I threw a poke check at him and I got the puck and we took the puck down the other end of the ice and Mikey ended up scoring the goal to win.
Wow. That's awesome. Now, David, what are your thoughts about, you're just a freshman at Upper St. Clair High School. What's your thoughts about what you're going to want to accomplish in school and in hockey and in social life?
I just want to go throughout high school playing varsity hockey and hopefully doing almost as well as we did this year. And I just want to play amateurs, AAA, and then see where it goes from there. Maybe play some juniors and hopefully go D1.
Do you like Upper St. Clair High School?
Yes, I do.
Why?
I don't know. It's just enjoyable atmosphere, good place to learn.
Are you on Facebook?
Yes, I am.
How many friends?
Over 1,000.
How do you do that? How can someone have over 1,000 friends?
I don't know.
Are you that cool?
No.
Well, then I need to know the answer. I'm only at 349.
I don't know.
Are you going to write a book?
No.
No. Okay.
I don't know. People friend me.
Mike, what's your future thoughts here?
Finish high school and hopefully play some form of junior hockey down the line.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, what a thrill you guys just had, huh? Playing in
Yeah.
the Penguin Cup in a state championship. That is really tough to do. Anyway, I'm glad you could both come and spend some time with me.
Thank you.
Congratulations on it. Well, I don't know how you top that, David. From starting out your gate as a freshman, as a state champion, and Mike, as a goalie, you have a lot ahead of you in front of the net, and they can never take those championships away, especially that shutout down at Console. That's awesome.
Thank you.
Congratulations to
Thank
you.
you.
You really, they need a good goalie to win, and you had to be good, and you were. So I know how important that is. So that's a tough place. You're on an island. You're kind of by yourself, and not really. David and his troops are helping you, and it is a team game.
Yeah.
But anyway, thank you guys for stopping by and sharing some time, and best wishes to both of you.
Thank you very
Thank you.
much.
We're doing something a little different here. I've been doing this show for over 15 years, and typically what we do is we have everybody on a particular team that won a state championship or a WPL championship or something that they've achieved. We bring them on and we talk to them and we talk to the coach. Well, we have one more member of the Upper St. Clair State Championship hockey team, but now we're going to do something different and couple him up with someone not on the team that did something completely different. So this is a first. So anyway, it'll be fun because I want to talk to both of them, and they've both done some things that are unusual. Next to me is a junior defenseman on the Upper St. Clair High School State Championship soccer team, Andrew Schmidt. Andrew, it's great to have you here.
Thanks for having me.
And now here's where we're going a little off the road here. We're not in hockey now. We're going to wrestling. And why wrestling? Because a guy at Upper St. Clair did something I think pretty special this year. He's the silver medalist in the PIAA State Championship was it Hershey?
Yeah.
Hershey. Please let me introduce the 119-pounder junior, Mac McGuire. Mac, great to have you here, buddy.
Great to be here.
Yeah, we're going to get into what you do, Mac, but I just have a lot of respect for what you do. So anyway, Andrew, you're also a defender. And talk about this hockey team. Why do you think it achieved what it achieved?
It's tough to say, really. Sometimes things just happen, and I really feel like a lot of what happened was because we were a really tight group of guys, and really a band of brothers. We came together thanks to our captain. Helped us a lot. Had us go into restaurants and stuff all the time, getting closer to each other, so we were all really comfortable with each other.
Who did
that? CJ Murray, actually.
So CJ had you doing what?
Yeah, just going out to restaurants with each other, and Jersey Mike's a lot is where we went before every game, and just things like that, going out with each other and having a fun time.
Did you ever meet CJ's dad?
I have, yeah.
He's
nice
the man.
guy.
He's
yeah.
the man.
Great guy.
He's the man. Now, National Honor Society, Andrew, how hard is it to juggle academics and sports?
I've never really had a problem with it, but at times, we have practice and then you have a project and test the next day. It can be a little much, but late night here, late night there, and you just get it done. So
you're a pretty decent time manager.
Well, no, I procrastinate a lot, but I get it done in the end.
Eventually get it
done.
Yeah. Okay, I understand that. Now, Mac, when you were young, what did you do sports-wise?
Soccer when I was real little. Baseball for most of my life until like 7th grade or 8th grade. And that was about it.
So what pointed you in the wrestling direction?
Well, baseball, I was going to keep playing, but I tore 3 ligaments in my shoulder from wrestling. So I kind of had to stop baseball, and then wrestling was left.
I want to just talk about wrestling for a second. My son, who's now just finished his freshman year at Penn State, when he was in junior high, I wanted to toughen him up. So I said, buddy, I want you to wrestle a little bit. I want you to try to wrestle. I'm not going to make you do it, but I want you to try. And he's like, what? And I go, well, just work with me here. And so we went up to see the wrestling coach, the guy who was coaching. It was like a travel team, so to speak. Like they go and travel to different things, and they practiced at the school, right? And I asked the coach, I said, can he wrestle without making the commitment for the full year, because I'm the guy that's driving this and I don't want to shove it down his throat. And he said, sure, that's no problem. We'll give him a singlet, we'll show him some stuff, and then we'll go do a match. And so we did that, and he went to the match, and it was like all day, Mac. I mean, we were there like all day, and a long, long day. But, he wrestled and lost 12-8 his first match. But he was competitive. And then he pinned a guy the second match, and then we left. And on the hallway walking out, I said, buddy, you pinned him. Great. Are we going to be a wrestler? And he's like, no, I'm done. And I'm like, why? He goes, I like sports with balls, Dad. And they don't have that in wrestling. So I tried to do it, and it didn't work, like as far as it didn't stick. But really, Mac, what it did was it just showed me, and I knew this from years ago, I just know how tough this sport is. So I'm trying to understand from you how you gravitated to that, because this is no picnic what you're doing.
Yeah. Well, my family, it's pretty big family of wrestlers, so it's kind of like one of those things if you can't really quit. Like my brother, who's older, he wrestled too, so he was always there to support me through it. And I don't know, my dad made me do a bunch of stuff like club practices and travel everywhere for wrestling, and it just really helps with school, because I don't know, for tournaments you get real nervous for that, but then when you come for school or tests, I don't really get nervous at all.
You don't get nervous for tests in school?
Yeah.
Because of your wrestling experiences?
Yeah, this year I really didn't get nervous until I think state come around right before you went out to the tunnel. That was probably the most nervous I've ever been.
Oh, and we're going to talk more about that. Now, Andrew, you talk about your favorite teacher being a third grade teacher. That was a long time ago. Why would you say that, and what's her name?
Mrs. Chesney was definitely my favorite teacher. That was probably the best year of my life. Other than this year, winning a state championship, that's something really special. But third grade, I don't know. It was just up until that point, I really, really disliked school a lot. Fought my mom a lot, trying to stay home from school as much as I could, and then third grade came along, and I got some really good friends, Nick Jesko, Jesse Poljak, and I don't know, just she turned things around. She made learning a little bit more fun, a little bit, made it standable. So I don't know, it was fun.
Well, I tell you, Mrs. Chesney, you're saying?
Yeah.
Is she still there?
I think she actually retired the year after I had her.
Okay. So she was towards the end of her teaching tenure.
Yeah. Yep.
And to have that kind of impact on you.
Yeah.
That's huge.
Yeah.
Because school is so important. I know, and I understand what you're saying. You're going to school, and it's really not that fun. You have to learn, you got to study, you got to listen and be quiet and sit in your chair. For boys, that's hard, because a boy wants to run and just be active and stuff. And I get it. I totally get it. So for a teacher to really turn that whole thing around and allow you to really tolerate school and feel that it's okay, because in the long run, it's really going to be just completely necessary for you to have. And you realize that, right?
Yeah,
I think
absolutely.
Most kids in St. Clair do. And so I think she deserves a ton of credit.
I would definitely agree. She really gave me the base to be able to get through school.
Do your parents know that?
I don't know. I don't know if I've ever really talked about it.
They're going to know now when they watch this.
Yeah,
but
guess so.
That's just a great accomplishment. And you know, it just shows what a really good teacher, the impact they can have, because that's really influenced your life in a major way.
Definitely.
I think so. So, Mac, how young were you when you started wrestling?
Probably 6 or 7. But
Did you want to go then?
I actually quit.
Did you?
I think after I was 7, I quit for a year or 2. Then my little brother came up, and my dad started teasing me about it, like saying he's gonna kick my butt. So, kind of joined back up again.
Because you don't want your little brother to give it to you.
Not really, no.
Yeah. So that was. Do you think if that wouldn't have happened, you might not have wrestled?
I don't think so. Like, I didn't really see, like, my little brother didn't wrestle, and like, there was no reason for me to go back.
So that was really a turning point.
Yeah, I think so.
Wow. Now, when did you start to realize, Mac, that you could do this? You could really do this?
What do you mean, like?
Well, everybody wrestles that wrestles. Right? That's probably a stupid thing to say, but what I mean by that is you go out and you be a wrestler, okay? And some wrestlers are okay, they're average, they're this or that. Well, what you've achieved is way above, you know, what most kids get to. So when did you start to figure a time when I can really do this? Or when did that happen? Because you reached, you know, you got some high places here. So when did you start to really gain some big time confidence?
Well, like freshman and sophomore year, I didn't do very well. Like, I didn't think I could really like place at states or do any of that stuff. And then like until it was this year, like I think after the semis or the quarters, when I went with like a few seconds left, that was really when I like gained some confidence and like thought I could really do it. Probably after the quarters, like the kid was ranked #1 in the state before, and I never wrestled him. Like everybody talked about him, how good he was, and it was just something hard to do. And when I won, I think I won with like 5 seconds left or something. From there, it was just like I thought I could win.
Now, Andrew, playing on the defensive side on the hockey team, talk about what your role is back there and the things that you have to do.
Just as a defenseman, most of my role is just trying to keep the puck out of the net any way possible. Blocking shots, taking hits, you know, just doing whatever you have to do to try to keep the puck out of the net.
Why do you play back there? Why is that your place?
It basically all started when I was little. My dad was my coach, and nobody really wanted to play defense. And he was like, "You want to play?" And I was like, "Sure, I'll play defense." And that's where it started, and I never switched.
Yeah, everybody wants to score goals.
Yeah. Somebody's got to do the bad job.
That's
so.
right. And you started at a young age.
Yeah.
But does that change in how you handle the puck? Do you have to, like, are you just more into clearing it, or you still have to have puck handling skills?
Well, you should have puck handling skills, but I'll definitely say that my hands aren't as good as a lot of the forwards. But basically, get the puck out of the zone, and that's my job. And then hold the blue line. That's basically it.
What does that mean, hold the blue line?
Make sure the puck doesn't go out, so we don't go off sides. So
I see.
when we're in the offensive zone.
I see. And did you play your freshman and sophomore year, or?
Yeah, freshman year I played on JV, and then sophomore year I was on varsity.
And then this year, do you have certain lines that you play on, and how does that work for the defenders?
Well, we had a lot of injuries this year. David and Sean, they went down both. They were out for a good amount of the season, and you know, sometimes we were running 4D, and Parker missed a couple of games, and Segerdal actually started out playing on D for a little bit. So for the D, it was really mixed up a lot. I was playing with a bunch of different guys all the time, and depended on the situation.
How hard was that chemistry-wise?
You know, it wasn't really too bad. I think it was all because we were a really close bunch of guys. I can't stress that enough. You know, it wasn't too hard. I knew the guys. I knew that, you know, Haleski, who I played with a good amount at the end of the season, he was more of an offensive-minded guy. So I knew I had to hang back a little more, and then when I played with Parker, I knew that I could depend on him a lot. So it's pretty easy to, know your friends, know your teammates.
Yeah, yeah, but I would think though, Andrew, that if you're playing with the same guys all the time, you really kind of know where you're going to be. But when you're switching and mixing and matching, it's got to be more of a challenge.
Yeah, it's more of a challenge. For my other hockey team, I pretty much played with one guy all season, so you get a little bit more comfortable with him and know a little bit more about him. But all around, it's the same thing either way. Still doing the same job, so I don't know.
Now, Mac, you're talking about your freshman and sophomore years. You're wrestling against juniors and seniors then, right?
Yeah.
So that's, I think, just naturally going to be difficult, don't you think?
Yeah, that was definitely the hardest part because, in wrestling, size, does matter, how strong people are. And, freshman year, I think I had, 3 seniors in my sections. And, the one dropped from, I think 119 or 125, so he was a lot stronger than me. And it was real hard to, beat him or even wrestle him.
Yeah. So do those experiences help you as you move forward?
Yeah, definitely. If you lose a match, usually when you lose, you know what you lost for, what you did wrong, and you can practice that. And then facing better kids always helps out in the long run. If you have a tougher schedule, that kid most likely is going to get better than a kid that just has a real easy schedule to go through.
Is it a good thing to wrestle kids bigger than you?
Yeah, I think.
How much bigger would you wrestle people at? You were at 119.
I practice with my friend Austin Wowning. I think he weighs about 150 he wrestles 140 though. So I try to go up I wrestle him all the time, and it's a lot easier because when you wrestle a big kid, then when you go against somebody your size, it's completely different.
In what way?
Just they're smaller, so you can they're not smaller than you, but they're smaller and get you practice with, so you can feels a lot easier. You can pick them up easier. You can move them easier or something, do different moves, and it's more a challenge with bigger kids because they have the height advantage or they have better strength. So.
Do you have to be really dedicated to do really well?
Yeah, I think so. All year round, pretty much.
So is that what you do?
Yeah, all year round.
And
I do, I think, double practice 3 times out of the week during the season.
What's a double practice mean?
Well, our practice is from 4 to 6, and then the next practice starts from 7 to 9.
At the high school?
No, it's a club practice. Kids from all over the area come to the club practice.
So where do the best wrestlers come from around here?
What do you mean,
where's a concentration of really good wrestlers?
Canamac there.
Canamac.
That's who I mostly practice with.
So they're known as the wrestling school.
Yeah, they're unbelievable.
And what do you mean they're unbelievable?
Everybody on the team is just dominant. It's like an all-star team. Whenever we face them, I think we only had 2 wins. I was one of them, and we had 1 more. But they just kill everybody.
So they don't beat them, they kill them.
Yeah.
Why do you think that's the case? How does Canamac have it like that?
Well, for Canamac, it's kind of like us for football. If you do Canamac, you're gonna wrestle. It's just the main sport to do. And there's so many kids from Canamac that do extra things club practices that really help in the end.
So they do a lot of extra stuff.
Yeah.
Now, Andrew, can you cook?
Yeah, a couple of things.
What can you cook?
I make a pretty good grilled cheese.
What kind of cheese do you use?
A bunch of different cheeses.
What's your favorite cheeses?
Cheddar, mozzarella is pretty good. Sometimes use the bag, so you get the grocery store shredded cheese, the 4-cheese Mexican. Makes a pretty good pretty good grilled cheese.
What, you got any other skills?
Not really. No, just pretty much grilled cheese, and that's pretty much
Do you
it.
put anything on the grilled cheese? Do you ever try to like?
Yeah, actually, I use
do you do?
tortilla chips. Throw some tortilla chips on there.
You know, I just did that. Not that, but you know what I just did with tortilla chips? Like I'm trying to like eat healthier, so I'm making salads, you know. And so what I did, I went to this restaurant and they had them like strips on it on a salad. So now I take tortilla chips and I smash them and put them on the salad. It makes it crunchier and better to eat.
Yeah.
So you do that on grilled cheese,
Yeah, just throw a couple in, make a nice layer.
and you get a little crunch going.
Yeah.
You know what I used to do when I was a kid? Like we had bologna sandwiches, and I used to put potato chips in between the bologna for the exact kind of same thing,
Yeah.
you know. But there's not a lot of bologna out there, you know. Some people are full of bologna, but I mean, so you're a grilled cheese guy,
Yeah. One of my favorites.
is it?
Yeah.
Now, how about you, Mac? What do you like to eat?
During season or off, I'm gonna say.
All right, we'll go both. We start wherever you want to start.
Both. I guess during season.
No, during season. Let's go during season. Start.
It's tough because you can't really eat that much. It's not what I like to eat. It's like what's good for you to eat.
What can you eat during season?
Well, my whole family's like allergic to wheat, so it's mostly just like rice bread and like just like celery and the general like salad stuff.
So you do salads.
Yeah, water, no like carbonated drinks.
So you eat salads and water.
Yep, in that order.
So how annoying is that?
It's probably the worst thing ever.
But that's like being a wrestler, huh?
Yeah, it really during the season doesn't seem worth it, I guess. It's
Is that annoying?
yeah, really annoying.
So how do you deal with that?
Pretty much just like the team helps you out because like you're all pretty much just losing weight, so it's y'all kind of can play together, and I mean then after like weigh-ins you get to eat a bunch, and then go win a tournament.
And then you got to take it off.
Yeah, that's kind of sucks.
You put it on easy?
Yeah, I think I gained like 26 pounds after the season.
After the season.
Yeah.
So now what are you eating? You just go wild?
Yeah, I pretty much just pound food.
Like what?
Let's see, like Ceres, chocolate all the time.
Do you?
Yeah, make up some invention.
How about mac and cheese?
Yeah.
Like for mac and
It's
cheese.
it's hard for me because like there's no wheat in my house because my whole family's allergic. But if I go out, I'll usually
Gluten-free bread.
Yeah. Like if I go to like a fast food place, I like mix different like sandwiches and just go crazy.
Without the bread.
I can eat it. It's just my family can't.
Oh, you can eat it.
Yeah, I am the only one.
Do you like pizza?
I love it.
But you're not having that in your house if that's the deal, huh?
Not really.
No.
Yeah.
So you're loving life right now because you're eating.
Yeah, for the most part, yeah.
Then when's life going to change?
Probably December. Well, it changed for me because I dropped down a weight class. I don't like to stay low. Like I always just wrestle up. 'Cause I don't really like losing weight. But probably it was this year. Probably in February, started really just cutting down.
So next year, what class do you think you're going to weigh?
It's a tough one. About 145 right now, so say my weight fluctuates.
And you wrestled 119.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness. Andrew, you tore your ACL when you were young. How'd you do that?
Playing lacrosse. Just some high grass and a little wet. My foot stuck when I tried to change directions, and knee just popped.
Did it hurt?
Yeah. Wasn't the worst pain I ever felt, but
Did you cry?
I didn't actually.
How about did you ever have anything worse in hockey?
Yeah, I broke my collarbone.
Did you?
Yeah.
Did that hurt?
Yeah, that hurt a lot.
Did you cry?
Yeah, definitely.
No, that's okay. I mean, I don't know why I always ask that question, but so My brother broke his like 2 or 3 times, the collarbone. And how hard is it to come back from an injury like that?
Well, the way I did it, I got hit in the boards pretty hard. So, you know, the first couple games you're getting back into it, it's tough to shake off the ghost. You know, you just every time you go to get a puck, you're looking around, double checking, and it can really affect your play. You know, you're hesitating to get the pucks and stuff. But so that was hard for me. It was definitely hard, and unfortunately, I only had a couple games back before I tore my ACL again. So.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Now, you're a junior.
Yeah.
Did you take the SATs?
I did. Just took them.
And did you prep for them?
I didn't actually.
Do you think that could have helped you?
Maybe a little.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Is that going to be the strategy, or are you did you do well enough that you're good to go?
Well, we get our scores in a couple days, and
Oh, so you're not sure
yeah.
yet?
So my mom wanted me to have me take them one time and see how I did, and you know, if I did well enough, then I could just go with that, and if I needed to, I could, you know, get some prep over the summer, take them again in the fall.
Yeah, they say the prep, you're only going to go up so many points. I mean, you can improve, but it's not generally something super drastic, although I think some of them try to sell that, but I'm not sure that's really reality. How do you think you did?
I don't know. I think I did pretty well. Math was pretty easy, I thought, so I don't know. We'll see.
You're a mathlete?
Yeah, math guy.
Yeah, I am too. And do you have any thoughts on college?
Not really. I'm pretty open for college. I don't really know what I want to do, what I want to major in or anything. So we just have to see. You know, I'd like to stay relatively close, but
Because?
you know, it's easy if you want to come back, if your friends are back in town. If you go way out west or wherever you may go, you know, when you're out there, you're pretty much
You're
out
out
there.
there. So
Yeah.
what's relatively close mean to you?
You know, stay on the eastern coast-ish. You know, Philadelphia, Ohio, Virginia. You know, maybe even as far as Delaware, but New York too. Not too much further than that.
What's it like at Upper St. Clair High School?
What's it like?
Yeah, what's it like being an Upper St. Clair High School student?
It's competitive. It's
In what ways?
you know, just everybody's. Well, I shouldn't say everybody, but a lot of kids. You know, kids are saying, you know, I got this on the test, I got this, and you know, you're always trying to one up the person next to you, or you know, your person in their class. So you know, it gets pretty competitive.
So, but in a way, in a positive way.
Yeah, definitely in a positive way.
As opposed to, hey, let's cut school, who cares?
Right.
Because right now, you know it counts because college is going to see what you got.
Yeah,
Yeah, so that's really you're fortunate to live around here.
definitely.
No doubt about it. Now, Mac, how's school for you?
Pretty good. I like it in general.
I mean, so how are you doing in it?
Good. And,
You're doing okay?
yeah.
Does wrestling get in the way?
Yeah, I'd say so. Like, I can tell my grades, like, they don't really drop at all. Like, but grade-wise, the test, I can tell it gets a little lower, but because I don't have as much time.
What do you do with all that downtime at matches?
I mean, like off season.
Well, no, like you're at a match, okay? So I guess you're one of the earlier wrestlers on the
Yeah.
docket there, so to speak. So you're one of those first ones.
Well, for matches, they draw a card, and that's the weight class. So, like if it's 160, they go from 160 to heavyweight and then back down.
Oh, so they don't go lightest to heaviest anymore. So they just draw the card.
Yeah, for matches, for tournaments, it's start at the lowest.
They start at the lowest. So what do you like? Do you like to get it out of the way, or do you like to wait?
Definitely get it out of the way, so I can like sit with my friends and not have to like worry about warming up or like thinking about the match.
And what's the mental aspect for you?
I try to like picture what I'm gonna do in the match, like what moves, what's gonna happen next, and like know what the kid's gonna do. And I try to block out the crowd, I guess, and just wrestle.
How hard is that to do?
It gets pretty tough. I I'd say once you're in the match, though, like, you don't really notice anything. I mean, you can tell it's like they're there, but it's like it's just one-on-one.
Yeah, it's one-on-one. I mean, they're trying to slam you.
Yeah.
Is that the right word?
Yeah, I'd say slam.
What are they trying to do to you, do you think?
Get more points.
Yeah, but yeah, I guess that's the ultimate. But I mean, do they really try? Do you feel like it's combat?
Nah. There's some cheap wrestlers out there that are gonna do some cheap moves and try to hurt you, but like you just gotta watch out for that.
Have you run across that?
Yeah, definitely, tons of times.
What do you do with that?
I usually just like usually the kids there do that aren't like very good, so they figure like I'll just try to get a cheap shot in there, and that's when you kind of just like destroy them.
So that's what you do to them.
Yeah.
It's like you want to pull this cheap shot on, you're in trouble.
Yeah.
Well, like wrestling, like we had the swimmers here recently,
Mm-hmm.
and they won the WPL championship, and these hockey guys won a state championship. And when I talk to swimmers, they do so much together.
Mm-hmm.
And my daughter used to have swimming friends, but then they weren't friends hardly anymore. And then she started calling them the swimmers cult, and didn't mean it in a bad way. It just meant it like they're always together all the time. What's the deal with wrestlers?
Wrestlers, I don't think we really hang out as much, like, because it's such an individual sport. But like during season, like everybody in the hall, like you say hi to them and all that. It's just like hard because it's not that much of a team sport. You know what I mean?
Yeah, so it's a team, but yet he's almost more individual.
Yeah, like you want to push like the other teammates to like do better because you'll win more matches. But I mean, it's hard to like we bond and all that, but it's hard to like do that because you're not really a team.
Yeah.
As much.
Andrew, talk about the atmosphere at the console and the state championship.
It was pretty tense. Everybody was nervous. Try to stay relaxed. Everybody's walking around, just doing their own thing, trying to get warmed up, trying to get pumped up, ready to go. Actually, some guys were trying to relax. I know Justin was trying to relax, listening to some calming music, while some other guys were listening to some, headbanging music, trying to get pumped up. So, good atmosphere.
So what do you do?
I just kind of get focused, get ready to play, focus on what I have to do and try to do my job as best I can and think about, different situations, scenarios that could happen on the ice and try to plan ahead a little bit so I'm more prepared if it comes about.
Is this something you came up with on your own, or is someone telling you what to think about?
Mostly myself. But my dad, I think it mostly comes from him actually because he was my coach all throughout my hockey career when I was young, up into high school pretty much. And we always rode to the games together. So, before games he'd talk to me and be like, what are you gonna do if this happens or this happens, and preparing me for the game. So I think that's where it comes from.
Did he play?
Yeah, he played in high school.
Did he?
Yeah, he was a goalie.
So you're lucky to have a dad to really not only just introduce you to the game, but really help you on all levels of the game.
Yeah, definitely. He's definitely my number one mentor in that sport. So.
Yeah, so he's been your biggest influence.
Yeah.
So speaking of that, Mac, who's been your biggest influence on the wrestling side?
Biggest influence? I don't know if I have like a direct one, because I don't know. I don't really. I guess like a few of my coaches. My coach for club, he didn't really.
Who's taught you the most?
Probably my coach Jim Akerley for Quest. I've been going to him since I was like 9, so he's probably taught me the most about wrestling.
Now, speak to how did you do in the WPIL?
This year?
Yeah.
I won.
You won the WPIL.
Yeah.
And that was the first time you won the WPIL.
Yeah, it was I think the second time in Upper St. Clair they've ever. I was the second one to ever win WPL in Upper St. Clair history.
And who was the first?
Not really sure.
Yeah.
He was, I think it was back in like the 90s or something.
Yeah.
It was a while back.
Did you feel like that was a pretty big accomplishment?
I guess not as much because like you still had like states to look forward to, so you couldn't really think about that. You had to think about the next thing coming.
Is states a double elimination?
Yeah,
So the year before, I read that you were 2-0.
yeah. I went 2-0 pretty.
Were they close, or were you ready, or what do you think happened there?
The first one was close. It was like 5-3. I think the next one was like 4-3. It was just like the worst thing. I don't think I've ever felt that bad. I was depressed that whole night, like, 'cause I like came this far and like all my friends like placed and did a lot better, and it's just like, and it was just terrible.
How far did you go in the WPIL your sophomore year?
I took third.
Third. So you went from third to first, and then you went from 2-0 to get to the final match and win the silver.
Mm-hmm.
So what changed? What changed? How did you just blow this whole thing up?
Well, sophomore year when I went up, I was really nervous. Like, I stayed in the hotel room like all day, just like thinking about it, and like instead of just like going out and doing stuff. And this year I went up and the Canamac, I hang up with all the Canamac kids because I'm real good friends with them, and we went to the mall and like tried on suits, just like joking, and then like I really didn't think about wrestling, and then like an hour before I got like focused, and I think that really helped. I actually first match I faced the kid that I lost to last year, and I beat him like 6-0, so he was like pretty surprised.
Yeah, it's like he sees you and he's like, "Oh, I beat that kid last year. This will be good. I'm glad to see you.
Yeah.
I'm glad to see Mac here." Well, I guess he wasn't glad after. What is it? Is it 3 2-minute rounds?
Yeah.
3 2-minute rounds.
Or yeah, pretty much.
Is that how it works?
Yeah.
Yeah. And do most of yours go the full distance, or do you like pin people?
Probably all from, I think, sections till the finals, they all went the full period, and then during the season, not really. Like it wasn't until like the finals. It was just because like our schedule wasn't that tough, so pretty much pins in there.
So now you're starting to move up the ladder, and how many matches you have to wrestle to get to, like, say, the semifinals?
Like the state tournament.
In the state.
It was just 2, just to get to the semis.
Okay.
And then before the semis, I was talking with my Canamac friend, and I was just like, I really don't want a close match. Like, not to be cocky, but like I couldn't handle it because like they're so like nerve-wracking, and like the match right before that was so tough but it turned out to be just as close. And
Well, yeah, you were behind right in the end, towards the end, right?
yeah, I was behind in both matches, and then got a reversal with like 5 seconds left.
Meaning both matches at the quarters and the semis.
Yeah.
You were behind late in the match.
Yeah, I was behind pretty much the whole match. Like I think, or I was behind in the second, and then third came, and then I scored like a few seconds left in both.
Can you see the score?
Yeah, it's right on the edge.
Then you know what you have to do.
Yeah.
And is anybody screaming, telling you what to do?
It's hard. Like, I think I only can hear for some reason I can hear my brother's voice.
You could?
He wasn't there, but I mean, usually I only can hear his. But you can hear the crowd and all that.
So when you got to the end, and there was like a special move you pulled, huh? Like that, was it the semi that you won? The guy had you in like a certain hold.
I think it was more. I think with the semis he had my leg, and I kind of just like kicked back and like hooked his leg, and that was like the final 2. And then the quarters, he had me in a crab ride, and then I kind of just like, I don't really remember how. It's kind of just like a blur.
Instinct.
Yeah.
You just did what came to your head
Yeah.
at the time, and it's hard to even describe it.
Yeah.
You just reacted.
Yeah, pretty much.
And then when you won the semi, you had to be pretty happy.
Yeah, I was pretty psyched.
And then how much time between then and the final did you have? About?
I think about 8 hours.
8 hours.
Yeah, a lot of time to kill.
So what goes through your mind there?
Again, I just tried to like not even think about it. Like
Try on suits.
yeah, I had some food, took a nap, watched some TV with my coach.
Well,
and-
could you eat food though?
Yeah, there was no more weigh-ins, so
No more weigh-ins.
yeah.
Oh.
Yeah. I mean, you can't really eat that much though, like, cause you'll get sick,
Yeah.
cause your body's not used to all that food, so you
Yeah.
gotta like eat light.
Andrew, do you think you could wrestle?
Absolutely not. No, I couldn't do it with the weight loss. You know, it's hard enough to go out there and win your matches and whatnot, but then to be completely dedicated with your eating and everything, I couldn't do it.
Well, how about if you just went with what you ate and just wrestled the bigger guys?
Maybe, but I don't think I'd be a very good wrestler.
Well, you know, it's funny because there was a couple years ago, Bethel Park won their first WPIL football championship, and then they went to the state and lost in the state final. And there was a kid, I think his first name was Adam. I think he's a bigger kid, Lazenga or something, and he said that he was the one wrestler on the football team, and all the football players made fun of him. I mean, could you imagine it?
No.
You're not going to make fun of a wrestler.
Absolutely not.
I'm not making fun of a wrestler, but all the football players were making fun of him, Mac. And so you know what he did? He said, well, why don't you guys come up and wrestle me sometime? I mean, you guys think it's just some sissy sport. I mean, I don't know how you could think that way, but these football players were like busting on him. So they did. And he pummeled them. And they never said another word. So, I mean, it's really, you really have to know what you're doing, don't you, Mac?
Yeah, it's kind of like you can't just like go out there and just like do it.
Yeah.
It's real tough.
Throw somebody around.
Yeah,
It doesn't work that way.
nah.
No, it doesn't work that way. Well, Andrew, what's next year? Hockey?
Yeah.
And then start to narrow down the colleges?
Yeah, I hope. Try to figure out what I want to do with my life. I don't know. Try to figure out a major. Figure out where I want to go to school. I don't know.
Do you have any ideas on how you might want to go about that?
Not really. Just maybe see a couple college campuses this summer and see if I like any, see if any stood out.
Well, I'm going to
Maybe
give you
really
some
not.
suggestions. Take some career tests, and then just really get kind of quiet, turn off all the noise, and just think about yourself. Think about who you are, the gifts that you have, the things that you like to do, and think about yourself, and not just all the other influences. Think about yourself and where you think you might want to be. But you have to get quiet. And you got to think it through, and I think it could possibly send you in at least a direction, maybe not an actual place, but and not everybody does that. Everybody just says they hear something, they're like, yeah, okay, that'll go. But I think you should give more thought to it, and I think it's an important thing because it's a big decision. You're getting ready to spend a lot of money to go to college. Mac, what's your future plans here?
Hopefully get a scholarship somewhere. Not really sure where I'm going. It's kind of just up in the air.
So that means you're going to have to continue to torture yourself and not eat.
Well, hopefully I'll commit by before school starts next year. So,
Yeah. And so weight-wise, you're not sure where you're going to wrestle next year.
Nah, I just kind of play it by ear. So
Yeah, I understand. Well, enjoy the food.
I shall.
Andrew, thanks for coming by.
Absolutely.
You're sitting next to a guy that did something pretty spectacular, but you also did too. I mean, you and your team. I mean, I'm sure you were a big part because if you had your dad in your ear your whole time, like you had to draw upon a lot of that as you were playing.
Absolutely.
Yeah. So he's really been a great, I would assume, pretty great influence for you.
Definitely.
On the hockey side, and what a great thing it is to win the state championship.
Yeah.
They don't
Very
give-
special.
Yeah, they don't give those away,
Yeah.
and it's history. You guys made history,
Yeah.
and what a great season for Upper St. Clair hockey, and that's why I decided to spend some time and do this here with you guys. So I want to congratulate you on what you've done, and I wish you good health in the future. And I hope that you're able to find a college and a major that works for you, and you have just as much fun there as you've been having at Upper St. Clair.
Yeah, thank you.
You're
Thank
welcome. And Mac, I just want to say that, like, I used to take my kids to Edinburgh for travel soccer tournaments, and I saw the Edinburgh wrestling camp up there, and I saw those kids up there doing all this stuff, and it was like all day, every day. There was like too many rests. And I saw the unbelievable dedication of wrestlers. I mean, today it's just beyond belief, and I think you agree with that, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. And not many people really know what you have to go through to do what you did, probably, huh?
No.
No. Well, I do. And I just want to tell you what you did was really special. And I mean, you should really be proud of yourself. And I know I talked to your mom briefly, and she's very proud of you too, and I'm sure your whole family is. But to get to the top, the final match in a big state like Pennsylvania, and to come up like right there and win a WPL championship, only the second in Upper St. Clair history, that's pretty special. So I'm glad you could come. You know, that's why even it's a hockey show. Well, you know, I guess in hockey you guys get some fights and wrestle around a little bit, but not like Mac. But I mean, I know how hard it is. I have great respect for what you did, and I hope that you continue to enjoy and have wonderful experiences like you just have. And so thanks for coming also.
Thanks for having me.
Okay. And our final guest today is the head coach of the state championship, Penguin Cup, Upper St. Clair boys hockey team. Please let me introduce Coach Larry Marks. Coach, it's great to have you here.
Thank you. It's great to be here.
Well, you know, just had a lot of time to spend with a bunch of your kids, and what a group they are.
They're a great group of kids. There's characters, but big-hearted and great kids.
Now, talk about your background in terms of hockey.
I started playing when I was 10 years old, way back in the early 70s. Started with street hockey, and then got involved in ice hockey, and have played all the way through college.
Where did you go to high school?
I went to Chartres Valley.
And did they have a hockey team?
Yes, yes.
And you played there?
Yeah, I actually played at the old South Park. Well, it's still South Park. We played at South Park at the time for
outdoors.
Yes, outdoors. Then went and played at Ross Draver, and played at the different rinks. There weren't that many back then. And then ended up playing travel hockey for a team called the Royal Travelers for a couple years. And then I played high school on and off because of the travel then. You didn't have many teams coming to Pittsburgh. So you were leaving on a Thursday evening and not coming back sometimes till Monday night. So I did that, and then I graduated from Chartres Valley and went up to play college.
Where?
I started playing at Denison University, which is out in Ohio, and I tore my knee up my freshman year, so I ended up transferring to Duquesne. Ended up finishing at Duquesne University and playing there. So I was actually a goalie up until I tore my knee up, and then I ended up playing defense, so for Duquesne.
So did the knee necessitate the position change?
Yeah, back then, surgery, what it is, it wasn't what it is now, and so the way it was, the surgery that was done and what happened and everything else, I couldn't do the ups and the downs anymore, being the goalie and everything else, which is too much wear and tear on it. So, I mean, I played, played forward, played defense in high school at times, just to try to help the team out and everything else. So I ended up playing defense all the way through college.
So that gives you a pretty good perspective on someone on the defensive end and someone in front of the net.
Yeah. And when you're a goalie, you see everything. You see the whole ice. I mean, you
Yes.
see a different perspective than when you're a forward or a defenseman.
Yeah.
And it helps you out. I mean, it helps you understand the game a little bit better.
Now, this team, what were your expectations going into the year?
Wasn't real all that high because we lost some really key players from the year before. We lost the majority of our defensemen. I mean, we basically only had two coming back with Parker Phillips and Andrew Schmidt. And forward-wise, we lost a couple big scorers up front too. Plus, we lost an unbelievable goalie in Matt Reggett, who was gone. So I knew we were going to be very young. defensively very, very young. And so it was going to take some time. But I knew we had some guys that could score, could put the puck in the net. And I said to someone at the beginning of the year, I said, we're not going to out-defense teams, we're going to outscore teams. So, and it started out that way. But I was, I was 50-50. I didn't know what we would do, how we would perform. So
you didn't have these kind of expectations?
No, none whatsoever.
None whatsoever.
No.
And I understand you had a rough patch during this season.
Yeah, we started out really well. I mean, I think we were 5-1 at one point, and then we ended up losing 5 out of 6, and I think we were 6-6, and we were going through a rough patch. Kids were a little down. It was just a matter of they didn't know what to do, and to be totally honest with you, I didn't know what to do. I mean, I was at a loss. I talked to my assistant coach, and we said, what are we going to do? And we talked, and we went back and forth and everything else, and then we ended up having a team meeting, and everybody here there was. I mean, the kids did it. I, told them what I thought was wrong. They said what they thought was wrong, and we came to a mutual agreement. And since then, they just turned it around.
So what did they say they thought was wrong that you didn't say?
Pretty much the same thing as what I said as what they said. I mean, they said that.
Which was what?
Which was too much individualism, not playing as a team. My biggest thing to them was, and they really didn't say this, was the leadership. At that point there was no one that really took the bull by the horns. There was no one that really stepped up and said, guys, we need to do this, we need to do that. There wasn't any team unity at the time. No one was doing anything together. So CJ, give him all the credit in the world. He really stepped up, and he got the kids to do things together, go out to lunch, go out to dinner, go out before the games, do some different activities together. And he did a great job. So, and they realized that it's a team game. It's not an individual game, and they really stepped it up.
So who were your leaders?
CJ, Parker, Michael, Justin. At the younger kids, Stevie Golorowski did a great job. Andrew Schmidt did a great job also of really getting the kids together and voicing his opinion and talking in the locker room too.
How long have you been a hockey coach?
Since 1983.
So you love it?
Yes, it's a passion.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You're not getting rich.
Not by any means, trust me.
Not by the hour.
No, you got that right.
Right.
It costs me more money in gas, I can tell you that. So.
Yeah, especially now.
Yes.
Now, what's in it for you?
Just the sheer pleasure of working with the kids, getting the enjoyment out, and giving something back to a sport that was great for me, that I really, really enjoyed and really loved. I love doing it. Just it's fun. I have a really, really good time doing it.
How do you carve this all into your own life? You work for a living, and how do you do it?
You make time. You manage your time, and you schedule things so it doesn't interfere, and it's just a part of. I've been doing it since 1983, long before I was married, and long before I had kids, and it's part of what I do. I mean,
How many kids do you have?
I have 3.
Boys or girls?
The 2 oldest are boys, and the 2 are in college, the older ones, and my daughter's a junior in high school, and both boys played hockey.
Did they?
Yeah, and I coached both of them growing up too.
Did you?
Yes.
And did you ever have this kind of success?
We always did I always did very well. I mean, teams that played well. It was funny, but someone said to me one time, he says, I'm the type of coach where at the beginning of the year it's like a filling out process, and we don't do all that well. But at the end of the year, the kids have really come together, and they're playing extremely, extremely well. I've never won a state championship before. I'd never won, the high school WIPIALs or the PIHL, but I won championships at the amateur levels.
So it's interesting that you have very not real high expectations with this team, and yet you set records and win things that haven't been won around here in decades.
Yeah, they really came together. I mean, they really played unbelievable. I mean, they realized what it took to win, and they know what it is to be a team, and that was the biggest thing that really impressed with me with these guys. I mean, there was individual talent there. I mean, a lot of individual talent, but the problem is we're very young, and you're playing against kids that are sometimes 2, 3, 4 years older than some of these kids, and they try to do too much themselves, and there was no team aspect.
What's your strengths as a coach, and what part of being a coach are your biggest challenges?
I think my strengths are being a player's coach. I mean, I talk to the kids, I listen to the kids. I want to make sure the kids have fun, and I want to teach them the game. Probably my biggest weaknesses right now would be the game changes. And sometimes it's hard to keep up with all the different changes, the different things that are going on. So
Such as?
there's different plays you can run. There's different offensive zone strategies, defensive neutral zones. There's different traps you can run and everything else. There's different positions, and you also have to adapt to the players you have. And you have to format your, what you're going to do around what the kids can do.
How much do you think the Penguins influence youth hockey around here?
Huge.
How so?
Well, if you think about when Lemieux played, and when the Penguins won their first 2 cups, hockey was huge. I mean, it was an unbelievable influx of kids playing it and doing it and everything else. Then when the Penguins went through that rough time and they weren't winning, all of a sudden it dropped off. And you can see that in the numbers and the kids in that certain age group. Now with Crosby, Malkin, those guys playing, the Penguins having success, all of a sudden you're seeing the younger kids starting to come back into it. So at the younger ages, you have a lot more kids playing it.
Is it a sport where if you're not, you have to have some resources to play?
Yes, you do.
So that's the one downside.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
But that's not an issue here in St. Clair, generally speaking.
I would have to agree with you, yes.
Yeah. So now, with high school hockey around here, how good is it?
That's a tough question. I mean, Pittsburgh's a little different, a little unique in that the kids that want to try to move on and want to try to play, in the major colleges or in a junior program or something like that, a lot of them leave earlier. They'll leave their 9th, 10th grade to go on and try to better themselves and do, a little bit better. So you have a lot of the better kids sometimes leaving. But, I mean, if you look at what we played we played tournaments. And we played teams from Chicago. We played teams from the Philadelphia, which, LaSalle. We played teams from Ohio. And we're competitive. I mean, we're very competitive with them. So
Where's the hotbed of hockey? Youth.
I would probably say up in the Northeast, Minnesota, North Dakota, those areas.
Do you get any Canadian teams?
That come down and play us? Only at the amateur level. I haven't played a high school college. But a lot of the high school programs up in Canada aren't as good because the better kids, they're playing junior hockey now. They're not playing for their high schools.
Hockey parents sort of have a reputation.
Yes.
Because of, some incidences
Mm-hmm.
that have happened that have hit the news.
Mm-hmm.
So speak to that.
I think you're going to get that in any sport. I think some of the parents try to live their fantasies through their kids. And they have to let the kids play and enjoy it and let them do what they have to do. I've been lucky, knock on wood, I really have never had a problem. I talk to the parents. I try to talk to the parents, let's put it that way. I'm very open with them. I say, if you guys have a problem, let's talk. I don't like to talk right after the game a lot of times because you're keyed up and you're excited about what happened. But for the most part, I mean, if they want to talk, I'll sit down and talk to them and I'll tell them what I feel.
Have they taken you up on that?
Yes.
And is it typically playing time?
No, there's a lot of different things. I mean, there's playing time. That's probably the biggest.
So
but
what other issues?
what does my kid need to do? What does he need to improve on? Do you think he has any ability to go anywhere else? My kid's thinking about doing something, playing for a junior team. Would you recommend it? Does he need better skating backwards or shooting the puck, or what would be your recommendations?
Well, that's all constructive stuff.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, but you still get the, what does my kid need to do to play? I mean, I don't think he's playing enough. I think he should be playing more. You have to.
So you have to defend yourself.
Yeah, pretty much so. I'm very honest. I'm very open with people, and I just tell them what my feelings are and what I think is right and wrong.
And is it hard for you to do that?
No, that's just my personality. I don't.
You're able to just lay it out to
Mhm.
him.
Yeah,
And he's not playing as much because A, B, C.
that's exactly right.
Is that what you did?
Yes.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And look him in the eye. What else can they ask for?
Right. And that's what I try to do.
So you have an open door.
Yes, it's very open.
Yeah.
And sometimes I get criticized for that, but that's just the way I
You
am.
mean that you're too open?
Sometimes people have told me that in the past,
Yeah.
yes.
They think you shouldn't engage.
Yes.
I don't know. I think I could see where it would be very annoying as a coach to handle that, to hear that. But yet, these parents love their kid.
Mhm.
They want the best for their kid. You've had kids. You have kids, and So, I mean, I know some coaches don't want to deal with them at all. I just know. I've
You're
talked
right.
to them, and I understand because this is a big grind. You have a lot of time commitment here. You're not getting rich, and you're doing it for the love of the game, and you're giving them back a lot. And then to hear that, you kind of, I guess it's almost natural to feel a little defensive about it, but yet, so that doesn't bother you in that way?
No, not at all. I mean, I think communication is huge. You have to communicate. And if you don't, then you're just asking for problems.
Where'd you learn that?
I have no idea.
But I mean, you're absolutely right. I mean, it is huge.
Yeah.
And great communicators, I just think the quality of their life's better on all levels if you're a good communicator.
I agree with you.
You know, so you think that's your strength as a coach?
I would think so, yes. Communicating with the kids and also with the parents, yes.
Yeah, and I mean, if kids know you have their back and you're there for them, they'll play hard for you.
Yes.
And if they think you don't care about them, they'll just do what they have to do. But I mean, do you find that?
Yeah, I agree with you. I will do anything within the realm for the kids when they're playing, and I've told them that. And you can ask them, witness it when I'm coaching, and what's going on, and during the game and after the games and everything else. I mean, I have their back, is what I basically tell them.
What do you mean anything within the realm?
I mean, there's certain things like the kids will, they'll say, well, this guy did this to me, this guy did that to me, you need to do something. And then you have to settle them down and say, listen, I understand it, but you know what, go out, play, just relax. I'll talk to the referee, let them know what's going on. I'll do the talking, you guys just be quiet and let me take care of it and handle it. And you do it, and it's just, there's a way of doing it.
Now, the NHL, they have fights. And is that legal in high school?
No.
So if that occurs, what happens?
Depends on when it happens in the game, they get at least thrown out of that game and the next game. And it could be more games.
What do you
after that.
think of that?
I think it's a good rule. I don't think there's any. I mean, the kids they have so much equipment on. They have masks, they have helmets, they have this, they have that. They're not going to do anything. There's no sense.
So what do you think of fighting in the NHL?
It's always been there and it'll always be there. It's just part of the game.
I know, but what do you think about it?
It's an entertainment. It's a form of entertainment, and they're entertaining. I don't think it's all that bad. I don't think it's that great. I think it's just part of the game and it's part of the entertainment.
So if they outlawed it in the NHL like they do in high school, would it change things?
Yeah, you wouldn't have certain people playing. I can tell you that. You wouldn't have protectors.
So you'd have the more all skills.
Yes. Yeah.
And no, well, you can call that whatever you want to call that.
And I personally, I would like that better. I love to watch the game when it's played at a high speed.
Better?
If there's no fighting in it.
Yeah, so you would vote for no fighting?
Yes. Yes.
Do you think there's any rules that could be changed to help the sport?
No,
making the net a little bigger?
No, I
Rinks
think
a little bigger?
I think it's big. It's fine the way it is. I think everything the way it is fine.
So you're a traditional guy?
Yes. Yes.
Yeah. I only say it because, this country, they like action. And football has become number one because there's points and action and everything else. But, hockey has some similarities to soccer where there's all kinds of action, but then there's no points on the scoreboard a lot of times. And, I think some fans get frustrated with that. Maybe not the avid hockey fans, but maybe the passive and the more casual fans. I mean, do you agree with that?
I would agree with you. I would agree.
Yeah.
I completely agree with you, yes.
So you don't think there's anything worthwhile trying to change? Like in high school basketball, I think they should have a shot clock, meaning, like in the pros, it's 24 seconds. I think in college it's 35. I think high school should have a 45-second shot clock so you don't have teams that just slow it down against a bigger team. Is there anything in hockey that you think could improve it at all? Any adjustments?
No, I think what they have, I mean, they don't really have the red line. There's no offsides, two-line pass just for icing. I think the game is fine the way it is. I really wouldn't change anything.
Now, if a kid shows some interest in hockey, you got a parent here watching this, and their kid's showing some interest in because they're watching the Penguins or whatever, what should they do?
Learn how to skate.
So really, forget the stick. Go learn how to skate.
Learn how to skate
right away.
Yes. That's
because
the
if you
hardest
can't
thing.
skate,
You can't play.
you're toast.
That's exactly right.
So the better skaters, that can only help you.
Yes. Yes.
Now, that doesn't mean you have good hands, but it can just help you.
You can always learn to shoot.
Yeah.
You can always learn to pass. You can always learn to stick handle by doing that in your driveway, by doing that in your basement. But skating, you have to skate. You have to be able to skate to play.
Okay, so where should they go to learn to skate?
There's different people that teach skating lessons, whether it's, you don't want to do a figure for hockey. There's different people to teach hockey skating. There's power skating. You go to, I think Ice Castle has it. I know Blade Runners has it. I know Robert Morris has it. I'm sure the other rinks around the area too, but Mount Lebanon has it. Yeah, so the rinks just in our area have it. I think South Point also has it.
So skating for hockey.
Yes.
As opposed to figure skating.
Oh yeah, you have to do hockey skating.
Hockey skating.
Yes.
It's a whole different kind.
Yes, it is.
And the better you are there, the more chance you're going to have to be able to play the sport.
That's exactly right.
Do you have to be tough?
Yeah, I mean, because it's a physical sport.
Yeah.
It's a very physical sport, and it's you have to be not only physically but mentally too.
How about if you're undersized?
You can still play. You can definitely play.
And you just have to rely on your strengths.
Yes.
And that's, again, another area where you got to be a good skater, right?
Yes, you have to be a really good skater. I mean, look at, for instance, I think Stevie was here earlier, and Stevie's not the biggest kid in the world, but the kid can skate, and he has great knowledge of the game and does an absolutely phenomenal job.
Yeah.
So, and then you have you have Justin Sellup, and you have C.J. Murray and Parker and Michael. Those kids are bigger boys. They're much bigger boys. And Mikey Sweeney's a younger kid, but he's also a much bigger boy. So they can, get away with something different where Stevie has to be able to skate.
Talking to your goalie, he was talking about guys standing in front of him.
Mm-hmm.
And I guess that's a strategy.
Yes.
And so do you tell your guys to stand in front of goalies?
Tell them, but sometimes they don't do it.
Yeah.
Yeah. Because if you're standing in front of the goalie, he can't see the puck.
Right.
You can tip it. You can get rebounds. That's where majority goals are going to come from.
So what should the goalie do?
He can get down really low, try to look around him. He can try to skate out, and it depends on where he is, get out in front of him, but you don't really want to do that. But the big thing is to get low and just anticipate. And you have to look at where the puck is, and just try to outguess the shooter.
How about jab him from behind?
Yeah, but then if you knock him over, he's going to get a penalty.
So you have to be careful.
Yes.
Do you tell your defenders to move him out of
Yes. Yeah, definitely.
Can they do that legally?
Yeah, I mean, you can push them. You can get them out of the way. You just can't knock them over or grab them or hold them or punch them in the head or hit them from behind. But yeah, you can get them out of the way.
Is there any trash talking in hockey?
Oh yeah.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
Because it goes so fast.
Yeah, when you're doing the face-offs, or when you're back checking next to somebody, or when you're forechecking and you're checking someone along the boards, there's
trying to get in your head.
Exactly.
What do you tell your players?
Ignore them. Let it go. It's they're just talking. It doesn't matter. I mean, who cares what they say? Just go out and play.
Not putting a puck in the net.
That's exactly right. Yeah, just ignore them and go out and play your game.
Yeah.
That's more frustrating for the guy who's trying to, get in your head, and you go out and ignore him. That becomes more frustrating for him.
So young kid, tell him to go get skating lessons.
Mm-hmm.
And then what? Then how about the hockey side?
Yeah, and then there's different hockey schools you can go to. There's different hockey clinics here in the Pittsburgh area that will teach you how to shoot, will teach you how to, stick handle. I mean, there's different tapes you can watch. And now with the internet, there's so much things you can learn how to do different things too.
Roller skates help?
I think it does. I really don't know, to be honest with you, but I think it does help, yes.
I mean, you can't get on the ice all the time.
Right.
That's why I'm just thinking practically.
Yeah, it would. I mean, I think it's the same type of idea, same type of blade. It's the single blade and everything else. Stopping on rollerblades is different than stopping on ice skates, but I think the gist of it's pretty similar.
What kind of crowds come to high school hockey games?
They're pretty good. They're nothing like football or
Right,
basketball or nothing
right.
like that. But it's mostly like the kids that are playing, their parents and their friends.
Yes.
Come to the high school games. You don't get like the real big crowd, unless you play down at Console or something like
And
that.
so is it a decent crowd down
Yeah.
at the console?
Mhm. Oh, it was a great crowd down at Console. Yeah, we had quite a few people there.
So that must have been a thrill.
It was unbelievable. It really was.
Justin said he was kissing people on the mouth.
Justin's out of his mind. Justin was going around kissing and hugging everybody, so it didn't matter who it was.
Did he kiss you?
Yes, he did.
He was kissing everybody.
It didn't matter to him. He could care less.
He was happy.
Yes, he was thrilled to death. I think we all were thrilled to death.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. So then, if you win the Penguin Cup, you just go automatically to the state?
Yeah, you play the winner of the Flyers Cup.
Okay.
In the
Penguin
Eastern
Cup,
Conference.
Flyers Cup.
Yes.
And where do you play?
Well, every year it switches. This year it was down in Philly. Next year comes back to Pittsburgh.
So you went to Philly
Yes, we
to
played
play a
there.
Philly team.
Yes.
And who did you play?
They were called LaSalle College High School.
How good are they?
The guy who helps me coach, Jim Graudy, the assistant coach, one of them, he had a friend who lives down there. And after the game was over, he congratulated me and everything else. And he came up to me and he said to me, "You just beat the best high school team that money can buy in the Philadelphia area." Yeah, they actually have, where we have anywhere between maybe 20 to 25, 30, I don't think we have 30 kids try out for a varsity team. They have well over 100 kids try out for their varsity. Yeah,
That doesn't sound like a public school.
it's not.
Can they recruit?
They say they don't, but I'm sure they do.
So you got Upper St. Clair, only so many square miles here. You have to live here to play here, and you're
Yes.
playing against a school that's bringing kids in from all over the place.
Yes,
So how fair is that?
it is what it is.
I mean, what do you think?
You know what? If that's what happens and that's what they want to do, then you have to deal with it. I mean, I've heard people talk that they want to try to, there's like 4 or 5 schools in the Philadelphia area that do that. And they said that they should be their own separate and not be involved in it and everything else. But you still want to play the best competition and the best teams out there.
Yeah.
So it was even more fitting to beat them.
Well, I understand. Like New Jersey has what they call a public school state championship. Then they have a private parochial school state championship, and then they play them together and call it Super State Championship.
Okay.
That'd be an interesting idea, I would think.
I would think so too, but I don't think in this area that we have really, well, I guess you could go to the Shady Sides and the Swickleys or something like that.
Well, maybe, yeah. So they have hockey teams.
Yes.
There wouldn't be too many of them.
No, very
No.
few.
So it's almost, you almost have to just let them play.
Exactly.
Otherwise, they're just out on an island.
That's exactly right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So what's the future for you?
Um,
Now that you're like a decorated big-time coach that everybody wants you to coach now, probably got hockey or college teams are calling you.
No, nothing like that whatsoever. No. Hopefully stay back here at St. Clair and continue and hopefully bring another state championship next year.
So
and the year after.
So you have a pretty good. Do you have a hockey program?
Yeah, it actually starts with kids. Well, we actually have what's called Junior Panthers. And it's kids anywhere from 5, 6 years old all the way up until probably, I think it's like 5th grade. And they just basically, it's a practice, and they'll play other teams that have like junior programs too in them. And then we have freshmen, which is anybody who's in 6th to 9th grade. And then JV is from 8th grade all the way up to being a senior, and varsity is from 9th to 12th grade. So yes, we do have 4 teams for that matter.
I see.
Yeah.
Any advice for young hockey coaches with these kids?
Just remember, it's about the kids. It's not about them. It's not about their parents. It's about the kids. Make it fun and enjoyable for the kids, and teach. And don't, just make sure that they understand. And it's not all just about hockey, but teach them life lessons too.
Yeah.
Which is important.
So all the time you spend, and you really give away a lot of your time here. What's the takeaway for you doing this?
I just love it. I do. I love to see the kids, the enjoyment, just to talk to them, and I just love it.
Do they keep you young?
I think so.
Yeah.
Yeah, they do. They do. They definitely do. Yes.
Yeah. They're pretty funny.
Oh, they're hysterical.
They're
hysterical.
I could tell right away. I walked in and I was just surprised to see the atmosphere of these guys.
And the stuff that they say on the bench in the locker rooms. I mean, there's times like you're in a game, it's 1-1, there's like 2 minutes left to go in the game, and someone will just come up with something and say something. You just start laughing. It's because it's funny. It's just to hear these kids, it's great.
So is it hard to try to keep your adult coach demeanor and then someone just cracks you up? I mean, how do you do that? Do you try to not just bust out laughing, but it's just funny?
I do bust out laughing.
Do you?
Yeah, you do. But then you get it back and you settle them down.
You got to get them back, but
so.
it's just some funny stuff.
It is, yeah.
So
I mean, this is not a matter of life and death.
Right.
I mean, it's a matter of the kids having fun and enjoying themselves, and that's what it's all about. I try to be, a big advocate of that.
Well, and it's also what you just said too, is just learning all the life lessons along the way.
It's very important.
And really, I mean, it's going to apply what they've learned here, and you're teaching them how to compete, and how to compete's going to translate into whatever they go in life, and whether it be business or medicine or law, they have to compete, and to learn how to compete and be on a team and work together and towards a goal. There's slew of life lessons that are involved in that. And by you saying that several times in this interview, it sounds as if you're pretty mindful of that.
Yeah. I mean, it's like every day. I mean, things are going to change. It's the same thing in a game, like our season this year. We started out great. You go to a job, it could be absolutely phenomenal. Then all of a sudden you get a new boss and things really go south, and then you have to regroup and bring it back up, and you learn from it.
Yeah, you do. Well, Coach, I want to congratulate you on just a wonderful accomplishment. I mean, you've been in hockey a long time, and now you got a group of kids that just rolled in, and your expectations were, lukewarm based on everything you lost the year before on the defensive end, and you go through this patch where, you start losing a bunch of games in a row, have a big meeting, and really the season could have went either way. But not only did the season go on the ascend, but it took you to places that you really haven't been before. So what a special, special season.
It was great.
Yeah, so that's why I called you. That's why I wanted you to come and spend some time with us here along with your kids. I mean, they don't just throw around state championships. I mean, that's pretty special.
It is. It's very special.
And we wanted to kind of celebrate you guys and have you on our show. We've been doing this for over a decade, and I know that that's something, I don't think it's been done in St. Clair at least for over a couple of decades. Yeah. So I want to congratulate you on your great, great accomplishment. It sounds like you have a great relationship with these boys. That means to me that you're pretty influential with them, and that's important. That's an important thing, because they may take a lot of what you give them, and it'll show up in all kinds of ways in life. So I want to congratulate you and just wish you the best of luck in the future.
I appreciate it. And thank you very much for having me and also the boys. We really appreciate that.
Oh,
you're
welcome.
Very much.
It was a lot of fun. Well, I hope you enjoyed our conversation today with the Upper St. Clair High School boys state championship winning hockey team. And also we slid in the wrestler, which was the first for us, Mac McGuire, to go to this final match in the state of Pennsylvania and to be a state finalist as a wrestler. That's huge. I mean, my respect for that is through the roof, because the work you have to put into to get to that, it's an individual thing. It's really, really a wonderful thing. So I was glad he could join us too. I ask you this, please seriously consider being an organ donor. It's something in which if you needed a heart transplant, liver transplant, kidney transplant, if you needed it to save your life, you would certainly accept it. So I hope you consider that whenever you go to get your license and it's yes or no. You consider that and be an organ donor and give the gift of life. It's a gift that keeps on giving. I thank you for watching. I'm your host, Lee Adams. Take care, everybody.